Hi everyone! Welcome in! Oh, it's great to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. Hi Rakia and Jules, and hi Toad and Cloudy and Slothy. Hi Claire. And hey Robin. And hi Ian. Enjoy your lurk. You don't know how much I need to just veg right now? Is that veg as like a verb to just lay out and be a vegetable? And hi Cloudy, and hey Davon and Fox and Pagoda. Oh, so you're Gotcha, Pagoda? And hi Sock, oh it's great to see you. How have you been? And hey Jenico, it's great to see you too. So great to see everyone. And hi Jess, how's it going Jess? Ah, so you're going out to dinner, Ginger? I hope you have a nice dinner. What are you having for dinner today? By the way, I have been trying to do some like yard decorating and stuff, and it's kind of one of those things where like I tried and then now I hate it. So like don't judge me too much, and maybe it'll look better like when the paths are done and stuff. My eternal woes of, you know, putting off doing my path making and stuff, but hopefully it'll look better eventually. And hi Bashful Turnip, great to see you, welcome in. And hi Carrot. Feels like it's been forever. Yeah, I've been really inconsistent lately, so it's probably it's me, not you sort of thing, Carrot. Oh, and thank you Tara, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was trying to go for like a spring fairy look today. I also did like a really crazy long like eyeliner wing. I went a little wild on the on the wing to my eyeliner, so I had fun with that. What are these two chatting about over here? What is Pashmina and Victoria doing? It looks like they kind of bummed each other out. That's not the right vibes for this stream. Also, don't you love the way, like, I still don't have a town flag or a town tune? I've actually thought about dedicating a stream to finally doing those things, like maybe bring back a pixeling stream just for the sake of designing a flag or something like that. It's something that's crossed my mind, maybe even one of my upcoming streams or something like that. Oh, and enjoy your lurk while doing homework, Peach. My day was honestly, like, it was kind of a hot mess at work today. I was like working up a sweat, like I skipped some of my breaks, like I don't know, I had it rough on my break, y'all. Or on my work, y'all. I wish I had a break. Hanging out with my boyfriend this week, it's been fun. Oh, that sounds lovely, Jess. Glad you get some quality time together. One of those I hate it moments. Yeah, I struggle with yard decorating sometimes. I can sort of go over my thoughts behind some of these different ideas that I have if you want. Like, I can give you all a little tour of some of the homes that I... Poor Pashmina, she's still bummed. But yeah, part of the reason why I put the barrels up there on that, like, tier is I was trying to be smart. I was like, ooh, you can see the barrels from here. So that's why I put those barrels back there, because I was like, ooh, you can see them. But I don't know. I don't know if I like it. They also do the job of, like, hiding the cliff over here and maybe looking like, I don't know, there's like a little storage center near Kiki's house. Maybe Kiki runs like a flower shop or something and she's got some storage. I don't know. I could probably change it around. And over here, I thought that this yellow with the bench matched really well with the door. So we'll see how this continues to age. Why am I having trouble getting down? And then look at how well it matches this house too. In this house I want to definitely be like a fishing house or something because it's over by the lake. So there's got to be fishing poles, and of course the grand finale will be whenever I do this dock in like a boat pattern down here and just surround it with weeds. Oh, hi Amy! It's been a year? Whoa! This is a year resub? What?
Oh my gosh, has it actually been a year already?
Wow!
A 4 is 1 joy, a 4 is 1 cozy.
That's amazing, Amy. Wow, that means so much to me. That's so long, and I can't believe we've known each other that long, Amy. So much love to you. Thank you so much for being such a sweet friend and a supporter and part of the Force fam, and for being such a lovely person always. I really appreciate it. Oh, and hi, Leah. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the 9-month resub, Leah. Oh, that's so sweet of you. I really appreciate all the support and kindness and friendship you've shown me, Leah. It really means a lot to me, and congratulations on your fully grown tree badge. I think that one's pretty cool. You got the fully grown tree. Oh, and Rakia, thank you so much for the 8-month resub. I really appreciate it. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, indeed. So much hype. Thank you so much, Rakia. How have you been lately? Has school been alright for you, Rakia? Thank you so much for 8 months and for all the resubs and love. It really means the world. Thank you so much. Lost for words, and also low-key probably a little rusty since I haven't been doing this a lot lately. Ah, Fox! Thank you for the 210 biddies. I really appreciate it. And hi, Heart! Oh, thanks for all the hype and love in chat. That view looking good. Oh, thank you, Fox. Yeah, that's like my pride and joy. I actually did make some changes to it, and I really went to town adding some detailing over to that point of view thing. I guess here at the beginning of stream I'm just sort of going over what I've done, what plans could be, what we could do this stream, and that sort of thing. But here in this view, I guess some of the things that I really tried to fine-tune and hone.
Show love one, show love one, show
oh,
love
didn't
one,
it
show
go?
love one, show love one, show love one, show
so
love
much show
one,
love.
show love one.
Thank you so much for the cheer. I really appreciate it, Jenico. Thank you so much for the biddies. And yeah, some of the changes I made to this were picking just the right placement for a cypress plant and just the right place for a little pine bonsai, and even the ground was surprisingly difficult. I couldn't get the ground to look right, with the houses and the trees on the bottom. And even now, you can see the bases of some of the pine bonsai plants, and it really bothers me, but at the same time I'm well, I can't really hide it totally without it looking dumb. So from this point of view, you can hardly see any of those pine bonsai pots at all, and you will see them if you pan up a little. But overall, I still think it's worth it and a lovely view. Maybe we'll just have it on this view while I catch up with chat and catch up with you all. Oh, you restarted your island, Pagoda? Cleaning up all the weeds. That's a good way to earn some Nook miles, is just weeding in a new town. I found that out in the latest town I created, my hacking island. The pipe 4th tier thing has been debunked. This video was actually the 3rd tier. Oh no! They tricked us. That's a bummer, Cloudy. Cloudy was trying to figure out if there's a way to use the pipes up to the 4th tier. Oh, and hi, Angie! The way my voice just cracked, I was like, Angie!
Hello.
Oh, hello to you too. Thank you so much, Angie. I really appreciate it. It's great to see you. I hope you've been doing well. What have you been up to lately, Angie? Thank you so much for 4 months. I really appreciate it. 4 months with the Force fam. It feels like you just had your resub, Angie. And thank you so much for all the love today. I really appreciate it. Did you pick villagers based on these similar homes? I pretty much did, yeah. I picked them out all based off of their house exterior, and it might seem kind of weird, but I actually kind of like having some fresh faces that maybe I wouldn't have picked otherwise. Pansetti, like, forever cracks me up because she's always like walking around with food or hanging out by the party tree. Like, I don't know, I think it's kind of fun to like have a new face that you wouldn't have otherwise and get to know them and make new connections and not just pick like Raymond, Julian, I don't know, like just pick all the famous ones. So it satisfies a few bullet points. I get to have pretty houses, get to meet some new faces. Some of them are less popular than others though, like Quilson here. Which wig are we wearing today? Oh, yeah, I was feeling the blonde one today. I really like the blonde one. Oh, and by the way, I guess I should explain some of the potential things that I'm thinking with Bywater. One, I really like the idea of connecting this big stretch of land from like the entrance all the way over to that like incline build, so that way maybe you can get some cool viewpoints from up here too. Like if I do landscaping down by the town hall, you'll be able to see it from up above. And maybe this is where I want to put my shops. So that would be kind of intimidating to try to tackle today, but we could try to tackle it. Oh my gosh, look at Victoria. Victoria and Pashmina have recovered from their argument. Oh, thank you so much, Heart. School has been super busy for you, so haven't had much time, but just turned in 2 big research papers. Ooh, nice. Congratulations on that. Research papers are tough. Research papers were like my nemesis in school. I always was such a perfectionist with anything to do with writing. I was actually going to try to sit down next to Victoria, but I wasn't fast enough. I'm sure you all know that struggle when you're not fast enough to interact with a villager. Also, Pashmina's singing Wandering. I finally like put a music player behind my town hall so that they'll sing something else other than that default tune. I got so tired of that. So she's singing Wandering. Oh, thank you all so much for the kind words about the view. I really worked hard on it. It means a lot to me, and I had to build it twice because I ended up moving it to make sure that I wasn't like wasting space or anything like that. A fully grown tree in my new leaf. Oh, do you mean like your new leaf town, Amy? That fully grown tree. I haven't let my weeds grow out in so long. I'm obsessed with those yellow and blue ones. Yes, they're like my favorite weeds. They're why my town is in this time, is because they're my favorite things ever. I feel like they automatically just make an area look good. Like, you don't even have to do anything. You just like put weeds there and it already like looks good. It's like an Animal Crossing landscaping life hack or something. Got my vaccine today? Oh, that's wonderful, Angie. Congratulations. Ah, and I have yet to use my pipe yet, y'all. I was saving it for stream, even though that's kind of pointless and doesn't really accomplish anything. But I was like, I want the first time I use my pipe to be on stream. And I like how I'm in a Shire-themed town right now, so it sounds like I'm talking about smoking pipe, smoking pipe weed rather than riding on the pipe warps or whatever. So let's get some weeds, a familiar line on this channel. Let's get some weeds, because I kind of felt inspired after talking about that weed conversation. One thing I can do is try to start planting weeds around the lake, because that's where I want to have like lots of weeds at. Oh, and hi, Rhinestone. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for the kind words. Pansetti, secretly a hobbit. Yeah, she kind of looks like a hobbit to me. Oh, and hi, Anna Crescent. Welcome in. How are you? What's happening on Bywater today? I don't know. I guess I'm trying to decide that a little, get a feel for what I want to try to accomplish. I could try to work on yards more. I could also try to find a home for Bettina. There are a few villagers that are actually still beached, and one of them's Bettina, and one of them's Murphy. And I'm probably going to skip Pashmina for now because I'm a little like iffy about her if I'm going to replace her with another Uchi. But yeah, we got Bettina and Murphy. We could work on finding a home for them, or we could just try to refine existing things more and add detailing to things that like already exist. Oh, and hi, Helly. Oh, I've missed you too, Helly. Missed all of you.
Been missing you, Amy. Happy anniversary, growing heart.
Oh, happy anniversary to you too, Helly. And gosh, I feel kind of bad. Like on my break, I thought that I would be able to watch more streams and stuff, but I kind of got on like a nocturnal schedule where like I was falling asleep like in the middle of the day and stuff. That was something interesting I had to work through when I went back to work recently. But thank you so much for all your support and kindness, Helly. And thank you so much for the resub. It really means a lot to me. I hope you continue to enjoy your time here. What are you gonna give them for door hangings? Ooh. You know, I didn't even think of that. I'm so caught up in like landscaping, I don't really think about door hangings, but I do have some cute ones. I have like a lot of flower wreaths in my storage. We could also try giving Boomer that hat that we were talking about giving him the other day. The other day, like practically weeks ago at this point. Picking them so the houses match definitely makes sense. It's a factor for me too. I just never considered picking random villagers could add more fun and variety to the island. That's so neat and must be a lot of fun. Yeah, you really articulated it well, like what I see the pros are. But I do worry it probably comes across weird to some people, like I only care about the houses, but I see it as an opportunity to get to know some new faces and get some laughs out of what these villagers get up to. I wonder if I should have another few trees like lining the scene, but I don't want to clutter it up too much. Oh, movie night with your friends, Cloudy. I hope you enjoy the movie. That sounds really lovely and cozy. And thank you so much, Cloudy. Get Shep, he smokes pipe? Really? I could definitely see him in this town if his house worked. Oh, and hi Toaster Woman, welcome in. How are you today? And hi Splishy. Who are you thinking about replacing Pashmina with? I'm kind of thinking maybe Phoebe, because Phoebe is a fellow Uchi and her house looks a little bit more Shire-like. I'm never quick enough for these villagers. I was gonna hang out with Rudy, but he started to do the airplane run like right on top of me. He wanted to take off and he was running into me. I used to have Bettina for a bit. She's so sweet. Yeah, she's like a little mouse cook. I thought she'd be perfect for like the Hobbit vibes, how they love to cook. Oh my gosh, every time I walk in here and I see this frickin' pipe, I'm just like reminded of this ridiculousness. How are you all using your pipe? Do you stick it like in your house? Do you carry it around? Do you have a designated location? Because I just have mine like chilling out in my house. I figure it'll be handy for going back and using storage, and look at me like not using this functionality because I'm not used to it. I've just been over here like running around like normal and I have like this superpower now. Oh, and hi, Misdemeanor. Thank you so much for the welcome back. That really means a lot to me. Your birthday was yesterday, Heart, and you took off the rest of the week to relax. I was so excited to finally have my birthday celebration in New Horizons. Yeah, you must be one of the like really late ones, practically as late as she can have a birthday. That's really interesting. I hope you had a nice birthday, and the celebration is definitely really cute. Playing Destiny 2 and possibly ordering food. Sounds like a solid evening. I get so nervous giving these villagers like wreaths and stuff though, because I'm like, I don't know, is there any way to like get rid of it? Like if you don't like it, there's no way to test it. I mean, I'm thinking the tree branch wreath maybe for those like lake houses, because I don't really want the lake houses to look too gaudy. And maybe Kiki should have a nice colorful one since she has such a lovely like flowery theme going on. Ooh, this one's one of my favorites. I love this one, the fancy mum wreath. Oh, and hi Therapy, it's great to see you. Recently watched Lord of the Rings for the first time ever and cried 3 times. That sounds like a solid first watch. I always cry when I watch Lord of the Rings 2. There's a few specific spots where I cry at. I'm curious to match up notes, like which parts you cried at, Toaster Woman. But I don't really want to spoil things for people who haven't seen Lord of the Rings. Is Lord of the Rings spoilers a thing? Oh, and hi Mercy. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for the resub, Mercy. That's so kind.
A four's one joy.
Oh, thank you so much, Mercy. I hope you're doing well. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for such a crazy long resub, Mercy, and all the support you've shown me over the years. Well, feels like years. It's definitely over 1 year. Thank you so much, Mercy. Hope you've been doing good and treating yourself to some self-care. What am I guess I'm trying to find wreaths. I have trouble visualizing. Do y'all have like wreath gifting tips for me? Like how you match the right one with the house? I guess sometimes you just gotta like go out here and look. Oh, hey Rudy. I want to use mine next to my shops. The idea of using it for storage is very tempting. Yeah, I figure it'll save like a lot of stream like running back and forth, but you're right. There are some other good uses for it too. Or like what if you have a crafting station somewhere and you can teleport over to your crafting station. So the colors around this area are definitely like very warm. I wonder if I should play up like warm vibes with all the wreaths, like maybe look at ones that have like oranges or yellows or whatever. Oh, thanks for getting that shout out for Helly, Ginger. I think if you give them a new wreath, they'll replace it. I'm not sure though. Yeah, probably. I guess that's a solid way to try to like cover any mistakes. What if you like just want them to not have a wreath anymore in general though? You know, like you might have to be doomed to have them always have a wreath then. So this one with Kiki's house, it definitely doesn't have warm colors. So I wonder if something like this would be more classic. Or even like some of these simple ones that just have like primary colors. Ah, it's too hard. Maybe I'll I'm not sure. Maybe I should at least give one to a villager, like commit to one. But it is really hard. I don't know if I can figure it out. Maybe the one that I can definitely commit to is perhaps a tree branch wreath for one of those lake houses. I feel like that's one that I can commit to. Either that or green mums. The green mum wreath is definitely really stylish. I'm the most indecisive person ever. Oh, and hi, Joey. Oh, it's great to see you. I've missed you, Joey. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the resub.
Heart.
Oh, heart right back at you, Joey. Thank you so much for such a long streak of support. It really means a lot to me, and I hope you're doing well and your island rebuild is doing well. I hope you're enjoying the Mario items. Thank you so much, Joey. Boromir is where I cry. That and some key Sam scenes. Yeah, I do get emotional at that too. Oh, and hi, Mallory. Oh, Mallory, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the 2-month resub. That's super generous of you to continue your sub, and welcome back to the Force fam for 2 months. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you continue to enjoy your time and all those emotes. Feel free to get a sticker if you'd like. 2 months is one of the sticker milestones if you want. Oh, thank you so much for all your kindness, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. Oh, and Yuki redeemed cat cam for 1 minute. Do we have a cat? Oh, I'll save that, Yuki, for when we have a cat, or if I forget, maybe I can, you know, just give you your points back sometime. But yeah, we don't have a Mr. Mittens on my bed behind me at the moment. I wish he was here. Maybe he'll join us later. Gave everyone a mum wreath, pretty much. Yeah, the mum wreaths are really nice. I am thinking of having some mums around this area, so that's why I was thinking maybe the green mum would be perfect to like bring out the grass, to bring out some of the greens in the area and the greens of the house. So I'm actually leaning more towards the green mum now for Boomer's wreath. Oh, and Korak, hi! Thank you so much, Korak. I hope you enjoy those emotes.
One heart of 4 is 1, joy of 4 is 1, wave.
Oh, hi right back at you. Thank you so much for 3 months of support, and feel free to get a sticker if you'd like. 3 months is one of the sticker milestones, as I was saying earlier to Mallory. Thank you so much, Korak, for 3 months. Thanks so much for being here too. I really appreciate it. All the support really means the world to me. I'm really blown away. I know it's probably partly happening because it's been a while since I've streamed, so all the resubs kind of accumulate on this day, but it's really kind and sweet. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna catch up on chat a little because I feel like I've missed some things. Obsessed with the colors of Bywater. Oh, thank you, Rakia. I look forward to seeing it more fleshed out and finished. Oh, 13 months, Mercy. That's such a long time. I've been okay. I admit I've kind of, like, in getting back to work, I've had a few struggles physically, and especially like sleep-wise, getting back into the rhythm of waking up at 5 a.m., getting back into the physicality of all the lifting I gotta do. I've been kind of sore, but I'm adjusting and getting through it day by day. Killed it on the book table today, but it was really rough. And hi, Yuki! I think for the wreaths, some warm colors, or the green mum one. Yeah, let's see if we can find Boomer. Where's that megaphone when you need one? Because I don't know if I have much faith in my ability to find Boomer, but that's who I want to find. Or is it Quilson? I get these homes mixed up because they look basically the same. Like, this one's Boomer. So I guess I'm not trying to find Boomer, I'm trying to find Quilson. I think I did see him wandering around somewhere, so we can probably do that. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Joey. Gosh, my heart really goes out to you, Joey. Do whatever you need to do to heal. I'm really, really sorry to hear that, Joey. All the love to you, and I hope you get through it okay. Oh, and hi, Lacey. Thank you so much.
Whole year. Well, a 4
What?
is 1 heart, a 4 is 1 cozy, a 4 is 1 joy, a 4 is 1 wave, Elve love, Elve hug. Elve UWU Rod lovely Rod party.
Went through a roller coaster of reactions there. Just getting so sweet to get a full year resub, but also just all the a force one. I get such a kick out of it, the bot. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Lacey. I really appreciate it. Hype for a full year. Thank you so much, Lacey. It really means a lot to me. Oh yeah, thank you so much for all the support and love, and I hope you're doing well, Lacey. Would you be able to show your island map? Sure. This is my map, and quite a bit of the area is taken up in the corner with that build here, and then this takes up another big chunk. But I am kind of hoping to connect this all together at the bottom with like more like village scenes and more like Shire-inspired scenery. And then there's even more potential like in the back right corner. So those are some of the areas that we still have to fill in, or some of the like blank areas around the map. Oh, and here's Kiki. What is Kiki trying to move out on me? I had time to paint today. Might post it in the Discord. Oh, that sounds awesome. Hope you enjoyed your vacation. Oh, thanks, Mercy. It was pretty refreshing, and it was definitely good for my mental health to take some time off. Alright, is it true we've been looking for a retro dress, y'all? I mean, I guess I could just, you know, feign not knowing, see if she gives it to me for free. Aww. It's a surprise gift. That's really sweet. I'm gonna learn how to sew. The pharmacy has been so busy that I come home exhausted. And you think like sewing is gonna help you, I guess, recoup, Ian? But I feel for you. Working at a pharmacy during this time, yeah, that's gotta be rough. I'm kind of looking for a vaccine myself, so I'm kind of like scanning all the pharmacies to see if there's an opening for me. I'm trying to see if I can find a vaccine appointment. It must be really hectic working at a place like that. Definitely do whatever you need to do to kind of, you know, unwind after your tough work day. I admit, like, after a tough work day for me, and today kind of was one, I like to just grab a drink, like, find a cat. Like, cats are, like, instant self-care for me. Like, just find Mittens or Dusty or someone, and that's, like, the perfect thing to make me feel better. Yeah, maybe, oh, and Hearts. Thank you so much for gifting a sub out into the community. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Alexander, Canatella, and thank you so much for gifting a sub and for the support. That really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it, Heart. Oh, so much love to you. You can mail them to your villagers if you can't find them. Ooh, that's big brain energy. Maybe I should just do that. Do you all have as much trouble like finding your villagers as I do? I don't know. I always struggle with it. Maybe it's partly because I, you know, multitask while I'm streaming and stuff. Yeah, who knows where Quilson went? How early does it appear on their like doors if you mail it to them? Does it take like a full day, or is it pretty instantaneous? Oh, and see you later, Ginger. Have a good dinner. Oh, I missed you all too. Thank you so much for the kind words, Alexander. Got a Switch yesterday from GameStop and just started playing the game for the first time. Oh, congratulations. What did you name your island? How has the beginning of the game been like for you? I'm so used to sending it to a friend, like mailing myself letters. I'll have to try to weed through that temptation and mail it to another resident. So we're gonna mail this to Quilson. Excited about this green mum. You better display it promptly, Quilson. Got my eye on you. Oh gosh, now I gotta write a letter. Oh, hope you enjoy fishing, maybe? Like I'll allude to fishing since he like lives by the lake or something. Like, hope you enjoy your lake house. I don't know. I always like write filler crap like this to my villagers. It's a long-standing tradition for me. Like, hope you're having a nice week. Like, I respect the process too much just to like write random crap, but I also don't respect it enough to like write a novel. 'Cause like if you just write random stuff, they'll be a little sassy in return. They'll be like, "What are you talking about?" Like, hope you enjoy your lake. What if I just said lake? Like, I don't even say lake house. Like, hope you enjoy your lake. I made it just for you. Alright, okay, we can't forget the most important part. This was the source of all this pain, is this natural mum wreath. We can't forget it. What are you planning for the museum? Wow, that was a really short dialogue from what's his name? I hope that went through. I hope that I don't know, sometimes I get suspicious that it didn't go through if the dialogue's really short. But my plan for the museum, I want it to be kind of like a Grey Havens, which is kind of a cool concept that I'm looking forward to. For those of you that have watched Lord of the Rings, you know that the Grey Havens is where the elves and even like Frodo and Sam, they like sail off into the west. Ooh, spoilers! Oh shit! But anyway, that's kind of basically a ship sailing point or harbor. And I want the museum to be tucked away back here, like sort of hidden up in the cliffs. Like I assume there's enough space to make that happen somewhere, especially if I like cut down some of these cliffs. Currently these cliffs are like a nothing burger, so if I cut them down, maybe I can make room for a museum to hang out. And that will be like part of my Grey Havens imagery, like a towers in the hills. Lots of like white pillars and towers and white furniture and maybe some sort of white furniture dock over here to sail off into the west. So I hope that comes out well. Maybe we can test it out, see if the museum will work over there. Oh, and hi Hobbit Wizard, it's great to see you. I'm doing pretty well today, recovering from work earlier and just enjoying catching up with everybody. We found out we're getting the vaccine literally the day it was approved earlier this week, and no one knows what they're doing. Oh gosh, that sounds really hectic. I'm sorry, gotta go through that, Ian. It's probably just all happening really quickly and moving fast, which is what we want, but it can definitely be overwhelming and confusing for all of us. Oh, I see y'all having fun with the fortune. See a lot of rotten ones. Sorry about that, y'all. You named your island Starfall? Oh, that sounds lovely. I love that name. Wasn't there kind of a song called Starfall in relation to, Adele, I think? I don't know, I could be making that up. Ordered your PC case today? Oh, congratulations, Mercy. I look forward to hearing updates about, like, how your computer build is going. Mercy's working on like a computer build for the first time, which is really exciting. Oh gosh, the bot's not in a good mood today. But always someone at least gets the giant acorn, and it goes to a few blessed souls. I've been painting a lot recently, and I just had an idea. Can I paint part of Bywater? Oh, that's a really cute idea, Rakia. I would love that. That would really mean a lot to me. I've actually, believe it or not, I've kind of contemplated that myself. Like, I think that would be a killer hobby for me if I had more time, because my favorite thing to draw and to, you know, enjoy when it comes to art, like, look what's behind me even. I love, like, landscapes, and I love Animal Crossing landscaping. What if you, like, just married the two of them? And you don't even have to draw in an Animal Crossing style. Like, what if you just take something that's like an Animal Crossing scene and you like practically make it real or whatever and just draw it like really realistically or something? I feel like that would be really cool. Or you can use like an Animal Crossing screenshot to like guide your composition. Like essentially the composition you create in your island can become the composition for your painting. And I don't know, I think that's really cool. I would love to, I've thought about it myself and thought it would be a fun hobby if I was ever to get into something like that. That scene was rough. I'll never be the same. I'll tell you one scene that gets me pretty hard, which I'm not sure is super common. It's like the Ride of the Rohirrim from Lord of the Rings, like when the Rohan army is like charging. And there's just something like really powerful about it to me, that they're all sort of like expecting to die, but they do it anyway because they know that it's right and that they have to try. And I don't know, it just really gets me. Oh, I just ran by Quilson. Thanks, Fox. Thanks. Darn it. Wasted a letter. Oh, and hi, Ashen. Welcome in. It's great to see you, Ashen. How have you been? Skyfall. Oh, gosh, I am so dumb. Starfall, Skyfall. Oof. I saw one of your pieces on Insta once, and it was so amazing. Oh, yeah, that took a lot of trial and error to get that done, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about, Rakia. I ordered the Fractal Design Mini Meshify case. I'm going for a MATX build, which is just a smaller ATX. Ah, man, that's... I was trying to, like, understand that. Like, oh, you know, I know computers, but I don't know, apparently I don't. That kind of flew over my head, but... gosh, I'm proud of you for getting to know all this stuff, Mercy. Look at you. Is there a part of Bywater that you would most want painted? Ah, that's an interesting question. I think that depends on, like, what you think would make the most appealing art. For me, I think what would maybe be most visually interesting for a composition would be like the bridge scene. But as far as my favorite areas, one of my tip-top favorite ones is actually like the area that leads up to this one. Like, I really like wandering through this like incline scene. It's one of my favorite little things to like run through. I just think it's very pretty. Some of the weeds have gone like a little wild though. You know how weeds spread. Like, I definitely probably don't want to keep all these here, but I also don't want to like be pulling them every single day. So I'm just gonna leave them here for now, and then maybe like when my town's more final, I'll go through and pick some more. But yeah, it's still really pretty, even with the weeds overgrowing everything. Oh, and hi Vesharam, it's great to see you. How have you been lately? Thank you so much for stopping by. Are you getting any of the amiibo villagers? Oh, like the Sanrio ones? The Sanrio ones I've actually like already had for a while. I had those back in the New Leaf days. I feel like almost a little bad about it with how coveted those Sanrio cards are, but I actually got them for like the retail price. I got them for like $5.99. Ordered them online when they were first released. Oh, thank you, Ashen. I appreciate it. I've been pretty good at getting back into work. I did have like a few bad migraines the past few days though, so that's part of why I didn't stream the past few days, even though I kind of wanted to. Just didn't really feel good, so I'm glad that I no longer have the migraines. Oh gosh, is this enough for the museum, y'all? Is this enough? Ah, dang. I don't know, I thought this could work. We'll have to see. I do know that technically, I think I can like cut down the cliff in a pretty crazy way. Like, I think I can, right? Maybe not. I've totally done things before where I like cut down the cliff in a really crazy way, but maybe I can't with this particular build. Bummer. Well, that was my whole museum plan, y'all. I don't know. Maybe I should try cutting this cliff down too, like this one. Or maybe that'll just make my space even more cramped. I don't know, the math is too hard. Do you think the third tier was the biggest amount of space, or the first tier will be the most amount of space? Or maybe if I... Oh! What if I do it like this? Yeah. I mean, honestly, This whole thing is an illusion anyways. Like, this is just supposed to be an illusion from far away, so I mean, that aspect of it will look weird, but maybe this is the only place where I can get the museum to work. And in any case, I know some of those organs look weird, but maybe you won't be able to see them depending on how I landscape around the museum. Oh, do I still need more room? I'm getting closer though, like I'm getting like a little closer, I think. I just bought the Rohan Warhammer minis. When I paint them, I'll think of you. Warhammer minis? What are those? But thank you so much. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is a big, big love of mine. I'm honored that anyone would associate like Lord of the Rings things with me. There's EATX cases, which are the big ones, and then micro ITX. Oh, too confusing. Different size motherboards too. Oh yeah. I think I just used to put my PC things into the PC part picker website that I linked you, Mercy, so I think I didn't really know any of that stuff. I just sort of like saw what was compatible with certain things. Oh, you're busy at work? Oh, I hope you have a good work shift, Veshram. Great to see you. Oh my gosh, that sounds like an amazing gift, Rakia. I'll definitely keep the secret. The cards are gonna get sold out real quick and probably sell for hundreds of dollars. You think they're worth it? I hope they don't get sold out pretty quick. I hope that they realize the big demand for those cards, but something tells me that you're probably right, and I do hope that, I do hope as many people can get them as they possibly can. I had migraines the past few days as well. Oh my gosh, we're in sync with our migraines. Yeah, I've been a little suspicious that it's maybe because I've been wearing my contacts wrong. Today I noticed that I was wearing like my contacts in opposite eyes, like I wasn't wearing the right ones, and I'm like, if I've been doing that, that's probably a good cause for a migraine. Well, darn, now I can't figure out how the museum's gonna work, but something tells me maybe if I'm really determined, maybe I could figure it out and weasel something out, even if I have to alter some of this landscaping that's already existing, because that's pretty much my only plan for the museum. It's like the only thing I wanted to do was put it over here and have it be part of the Grey Havens. But yeah, maybe I'll have to think more about it and how it could work. I know enough about PCs to be dangerous, so if you need any help. Oh yeah, and I think Fox knows a fair amount too. Fox and Mercy and I were talking about PCs and reminiscing about stuff on Discord the other day. Warhammer is a tabletop game where you can paint miniature figures. Oh, cool. My dad gets into that stuff. My dad's really into like board games, and he hasn't really gotten into the painting figures thing quite yet because that can be pretty involved, but yeah, that seems really neat to be able to customize your own figures with painting them and stuff. Alright, well, I'm being really bold here. I'm being really bold with like screwing up all my hard work. No. If I have to move this build again, I might cry. I might cry. And hi Bad Dog, I hope you've been doing well. Welcome in, great to see you again. And hi Moth. It's going pretty well, how about you? Warhammer can be broadly grouped into two categories, fantasy or Age of Sigmar. And okay, I don't really have the context for that. Oh, hi Quilson, I was looking for you earlier, bud. Look at you just taunting me here in the town hall plaza. Well, the museum thing did not work. I'll have to give back my kit in shame for now. Shouldn't have said anything. Oh no, it's something good to think about. I thought I had enough room for myself. But let's go ahead and give it back to Nook. This town is turning out so cute. Oh, thank you, Mercy. I appreciate it. I like how it's coming out too. And hi, Winter. How's it going, Winter? There will be other opportunities to fit it in. If you think so, I admit I don't really like the museum for Bywater. That's why I wanted to shove it over there. Like, I don't really see the museum as a Shire-themed building. I don't see the Shire having something that looks like a Greek temple in it. So that's really why I wanted to put it over there. So that is gonna bug me if I can't fit it, but I might at the end of the day, like I'll give myself time, but I might try to like move that whole area if I can't get the museum to fit there. I might have to move that area again. But I'm not gonna do it right now because I already just did that and I don't need any of that energy in my life at this moment. What are you working on today? Well, I was trying to figure out if the museum would fit where I wanted to, but I think now I'm moving on to seeing if this would be a good spot for the shops or not, which I sort of had this idea of trying to have a separate area from the residential area that's still part of Hobbiton. Like, think of Hobbiton as an area that has like the villagers, and then an area that has the shops, and maybe that area could be around the town hall. And I could do like a cute thing where like you're standing up on the cliff and you're looking out into the scene, but maybe like in the foreground there's the shops, or even like maybe the shops could be down there. But I was kind of thinking that I would have the shops like up here, and then you would kind of see them like on the side. But yeah, that's just a thought. We'll see how it turns out for this experimentation. I guess I should have some sort of line going to the town hall, because that's probably where the incline would be. I thought about having the incline like over here and then having a winding path to the town hall. Do you all like that better? Or do you like the idea of the incline like descending to the town hall and like leading your way there? Greek temple. Yeah, not very Hobbit-like, in my opinion, at least. It was a nice day today. Too bad I had to do laundry. Aw. Yeah, we all have those days, though. You like the winding path idea? So you think you would prefer like some sort of incline over here and then it like winds its way there? The only reason why I was giving this some thought is like there's that famous scene in The Lord of the Rings where like Gandalf is riding like a horse cart, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to like put a horse like in front of like a garden wagon or something and like have it like going to the town hall or something like that. Let's see if I can create that image. First pipe usage, y'all. Very unceremonious, but I was like, you know what, this will save me some time. So here it is, first pipe usage ever. And let's see if we've got some of the stuff that I was just rambling about like the horse-drawn carriage. What would even create a horse-drawn carriage other than a garden wagon or the ironwood cart? I think that's about it, right? Those are the things that have wheels. Oh, here's some horses. Found some of those. I find that I put so much stuff in my storage, I pretty much just have to sort it by alphabetical now. I used to sometimes just sort it by like theme, like items near each other, but I have to do the alphabet now. Alright, so the garden wagon's another option. They both kind of have wheels to them. We'll see which one like looks better. And as far as Gandalf himself, I'm not really sure how to I'm not sure how to achieve that illusion. Probably the closest thing would be a gnome, and then to like have like a gray one turned backwards, and then that would be like an illusionistic shot from like up above, because it would be really small. So that's the closest thing I can think of to like a Gandalf illusion. But I think I've checked my catalog before and I don't have the right color. What are these things called again? I'm like drawing a blank on what these are called. Gnomes? Is that what they're called? Gnomes? Something about me and something about like my current state is that like I've been really out of whack with my sleep schedule. I've been like practically nocturnal. So technically like right about now might be like in the past when I would be sleeping. So if I'm like a little out of it, like, in addition to the whole like not streaming for a while thing, it could, you know, I should probably go to bed on time tonight. Oh my gosh, this one has a frickin' skull and crossbones on his back. Like, what? Why? Why can't he just be plain in the back? He's gotta be like boss in the front and the back. Like he can't just like chill out on one side for my Gandalf illusion. Like that's the closest thing to gray we're gonna get. I mean, unless I want Radagast, Radagast the Brown. Oh, is there a white gnome? Like Gandalf the White? Is this, not really. This one looks pretty wizard-like though. I wonder if I should go with this one if I'm gonna do something. It feels like a wizard from the back. So maybe that's the best one. Why can't you customize the gnomes? Why can't you customize anything? I thought I had a notification. I like went over here, there was nothing to get. Did I get like a ghost notification? What? You like the idea of it being centered, Dinosaur? I might end up kind of trying both. I admit, like, I'm a little intimidated with this area, so we might play around with it a little, but it might not be, like, fully fleshed out by the end of the stream because, I think this area could end up being, like, a build or a build or a project on its own. Oh my gosh. That's my town hall, y'all. With the pipe, like, right there in the middle. That's what it's gonna look like. I gotta get used to these pipes. Alright, so let's see if the Gandalf illusion works at all. Get the horse in the middle. The horse can kind of be like leading the way with the cart. And then the garden wagon. Oh gosh, that should probably be a different color, shouldn't it? To match the horse. Oh, thank you for the feedback, Sock and Winter. I got chased by bees and I tried to jump into a pipe, but the bees got me a feet away. Oh gosh. That's a good, handy way to escape from bees, isn't it? Maybe a witch hat? Oh, that's a good idea. Oh wow, I wouldn't have thought of that. I guess what you're saying is like from up above you would only see the witch hat. That's really creative. I wonder if that could work. Let's try the ironwood cart because I know you can put things on the ironwood cart and maybe that could be where we put our Gandalf. I'm not totally sure if it'll work though. This one looks a little bit less flashy than the garden wagon. Oh yeah. Maybe this one would be better as like a sideways one. Because otherwise you can't see the wheels. Oh, this way you can though. Gosh, I'm dumb. That like I need to go to sleep energy. There we go. Alright, let's put Gandalf at the head of the horse here. How am I gonna get him to be turned backwards? Oh yeah, I guess I gotta do it this way then. Oh yeah, my gnome has to like come in the mail. I guess let's order a witch hat like while we're at it. Since Leah had such a good idea. Love the names of the gnomes so much. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like Sleeping Beauty or wait, Snow White. It kind of reminds me of the Snow White. Were they gnomes? I don't know. I don't know what Snow White had, but she had something. Alright, let's see what our witch hat options are like. Ooh, okay. Don't have a witch hat. Not in this town. I'll have to transfer that over from Athalia, probably. Goth Gnome 666. That, like, AOL-style screen name. What was y'all's number that you put on the end of your AOL screen names? Or am I, like, too old to be referencing that? Do you remember the AIM? Like, the, Oh gosh, I don't know if I remember some of my old like AIM usernames. They were probably really cringy and I probably changed them every like 6 months. Alright, so the gnome boy we can definitely order and time travel the next day to try to see if we can get that going, but the witch hat, I will have to play an Athalia for that. Oh my gosh, Quilson, what are you doing? Quilson's like playing with my horse. What a jerk. Alright, so I mean, I think you can see how, like, with the right sort of landscaping, maybe, like, this could be a cool thing, a cool, like, illusion or touch with the Shire. Let's try some other things, though, because maybe the whole illusion doesn't have to hinge on it being that straight path. Like, let's see if, like, a winding path, maybe we can also sort of have that same thing going on, like, can you turn this sideways and achieve the same end? Maybe not with this particular thing. I feel like this one looks awkward sideways. Oh, and hi Cyphern, welcome in. I'm doing pretty good today. How about you? It's great to see you. What have you all been up to in your islands and stuff? If you put the shops down there, it could be Gandalf from above and a little display from when you're down there. Gandalf from above and a little display when you're down there. I don't really know if my tired mind can put together like what you're putting down there, but I am intrigued. And part of what I was thinking with the shops, like I was kind of thinking that I could maybe put like one shop up on top and then one shop on the bottom, just so I don't do something really predictable where it's like, they're just both nice and neat on either side of the town hall. Like, I think the Able Sisters shop is in particular really cute. If I could like nestle it down there somewhere, that might be like a really charming way to incorporate it. So yeah, I think that this idea works a lot better like straight on rather than sideways, so I guess that's something that's influencing my decision a little. I guess theoretically though, the winding path could have a vertical section to it, and then I could put Gandalf there along the vertical section of the winding path. So maybe I'll map that out a little right now. Maybe I'll map out like a winding pathway and see if I can put it in a way that it makes sense. Oh, this fossil's bothering me. I'm gonna have to get this fossil. Snow White and the Dwarves. Ah, yes. That was it. Like I mentioned, I feel like I'm like barely functioning right now, so this should be an interesting stream. Oh, and hi David, welcome in, how are you? Anyone here listen to Conan Gray because I've been obsessed recently? Ah, is that like a musician? I'm afraid I haven't heard of them. Oh, it's under Mage Hat? Oh, gotta test this, gotta test it out. Do I have it? Oh, I have some mage's booties. Oh well. I didn't really play Halloween in this island. This island's like just a few months old, so that makes sense that I don't have things like that. Oh, you remember your older one, Leah? Like I mentioned, I think I just changed mine every few months. Couldn't make up my mind on it. Yours was Lil Wookie. Oh, that's cute, even without any numbers. That was always like a status symbol if you could get something without numbers. Oh, thank you, Leah. Leah's sending me a hat in the mail. That's really kind of you. Let me go and check my mailbox. 66 or 91. I feel like some of my really early usernames were like 93, which that might, you know, that might give a hint of like my birth year, but I think as I got older I retired the 93. 93 wasn't cool anymore. Ah, Leah, thank you so much for the help. Oh, Rudy looks really cute up here. He really like kind of matches the colors. I really like seeing him wander around in the gardens. I guess I'll need to get rid of a few things before I can proceed. I didn't realize my pockets were getting this full. For one thing, the reason why I'm carrying around the feathers is because I finally customized some of those like garlands to be orange. I think it looks really nice with the orange garlands, don't you? Oh, Bettina's walking around down there. She kind of matches the vibe of the area with all the orange. I approve. Bettina's also like the chef, you know, so maybe she's cooking for the party. Mine was probably something like Polka Dots Rock. 77 at the end of yours. That's a much cooler number than 93. 77, much better. And enjoy your lurk, Korok. Thank you so much for the lurk and hanging out. Thank you so much for the resub earlier. I'm also very tired and not sure what I meant. Tired and barely comprehending things together, sock. Oh, it's called the Frugal Hat? Gosh, I used to wear this all the time over in Athalia. I'm still not confident in I'm still not confident that I'll have it because I haven't really been good about going to Abel's in this town, but yeah, that's definitely what it's called. It's called the Frugal Hat. I guess there's a Mage's Hat too, but the Frugal one would probably be more Gandalf style. Oh, thank you for the Organize Your Pockets redemption, Bad Dog. Let's sort these out. Gorlins, yeah, more of my incomprehension. Oh, thanks, Bad Dog. Pan forward the pockets organization. Ah, I ordered this too. I was kind of like, that looks like a cute mushroom. But I don't really have any immediate plans for it. And it looks like my storage got full, doesn't it? Wait. Maybe not. Was I just imagining that my storage got full? I think so. Yeah, the wreaths. Maybe if I end up doing any time traveling, which we might if we end up like doing some building and stuff. If we end up time traveling at all, maybe I'll get to see if that wreath appears on Quilson's house. So here's the retro dress that I got from Kiki earlier. Oh, that's really cute. Kind of reminds me of like something that was considered futuristic back in like the retro era. Like it has a futuristic style. And I guess I can forego a lot of this fencing as well. I was experimenting with fencing with my neighbor yards yesterday. Gosh, the fossils just make me like so lazy. I'm like, man, I have to deal with the fossils. Oh, and hi, Brooke. Oh, it's great to see you. Haven't been on in such a long time. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. I had a month of vacation, which was really nice. A month of time off, but I did go back to work this week, so it's been an adjustment getting back to work, but at the same time it has its pros as well, and having some structure to my day and My whole streaming schedule is like built around my work schedule, so it, in some ways, like it ties back well into my streaming structure too. So it's been nice to try to get back into streaming again after a bit of a break. Alright, so let's see what the gifts Leah gave me are. We've got the Mage's Hat. Ah, cool. So this really would be like Gandalf the White. Oh my gosh. So from like up above, you would just like see that hat. Ironically though, and this is just me being really nitpicky, it's like I like that for Gandalf, but I don't like that for like the vibes of the area. So like the landscaper and me having everything being matchy-matchy, I would probably want like the frugal hat. But that is definitely very like Gandalf the White, and it's even like bent in the way like that Gandalf's is. Alright, so let's experiment with the winding path a bit more. Maybe we can have like the cliff, like if we imagine like this is where the incline is at, the cliff can kind of break away so that you can see what's out in front of you well. And then the winding path can like take you over to the town hall. And we're experimenting with like a winding arrangement right now. So if the incline is here, you do want there to be some sort of element of it being like connected to the land, so we'll do something like that. The frugal hat comes in brown, red, and blue only, sadly. Yeah, I admit, I might like binge the rules a little, Leah. I guess that it would be a shame to though, because Gandalf has this very specific color, but I might try like the blue hat or the brown one and then like just see if you can like cross your eyes and imagine that it's Gandalf. I know it wouldn't be perfect, but maybe that would like match the vibes of the area a bit more. So yeah, sometimes with anything that's like sort of a forced perspective, or whenever you're like designing from a cliff and you're looking down below, it really helps to carve some sort of like alcove out, because then you can actually see it more. Like if this was flat, you wouldn't be able to see it at all. So that accomplishes a few things. One, it makes the land more interesting, and two, it kind of, you know, creates a viewpoint to which you can see what you're trying to see. Something I've really learned when doing some of my forced perspective builds, which I've done a few now lately. I did like the party tree, and I did the big village back there. Oh, and hi Carly, I'm doing pretty good today. How about you? What have you been up to? Wouldn't blame you. Yeah, he's like he's Gandalf the Brown now. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I know that's a Radagast color. I used to always kind of wonder in Lord of the Rings, like I kind of wondered why more of the wizards weren't named or talked about. Like supposedly there was like a whole council, and like Gandalf and Saruman were like the only relevant ones. Like none of the other ones did anything. There's a mage's striped hat from Halloween that has 6 colors, but they're striped. Oh yeah, I don't think I want the striped hats. I think I remember those. Those were pretty cute. They made really good like Halloween costumes. So I guess I don't want to go like too close to the town hall right away, or do I? 'Cause I do want there to be flowers and bushes and trees and stuff around the town hall. I always think it's so tricky, like trying to work the town hall into a landscape. Like, it can be really challenging because it's just kind of floating out here, and what if your paths don't really match it, and how do you make it like mesh with the rest of everything? Just finished destroying my island and now I'm working on my entrance. Oh, cool. Congratulations. They're probably somewhere in the Silmarillion, but who can be bothered to go through all that? Yeah, I admit I failed at reading the whole Silmarillion. Something that I did do though, there's like a lot of Lord of the Rings wikis around. In fact, there's practically a wiki for everything, like any sort of fiction that you're getting into, any sort of show or book, or feels like there's some sort of wiki for all of that stuff. Whoa, this illusion's like blowing my mind right now, because this does not look lined up at all. Like I feel like I'm tripping right now. Like right here it's lined up, but then I stand over here and I'm like, wait, what? Doesn't look lined up. More of my like I should be sleeping energy at the moment. Okay, so something else to consider is the incline takes up a few spaces, so technically what I have right here, I would want to like eat into the cliff so that the incline can hang out like in the middle of the cliff. Maybe expand like just a little bit more around it. Oh, and hi Moria! Welcome in! How are you today, Moria? It's great to see you. Oh, and hi Pagoda! Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in, raiders, and Pagoda, I hope you had a nice stream. How did it go? How do you deal with huge spans of cliffs? I know you do big builds. I'm lining my cliffs with trees, but it looks funny. Ah, that is an art. I admit, Lady Mouse. I have a lot of opinions on that. We could definitely take a little break, and I could show you some of the things that I do. It depends on how wide your cliff is. If your cliff is like 3 spaces wide, and by that I mean like this, you can actually practically hide the whole thing with trees if you want, by just going tree, tree, tree. But that actually looks a little plain sometimes. Like sometimes you actually want to avoid that because it's not very visually interesting unless you're going for like a forested looking cliff that's just like all trees. But some of my go-tos are like looking for the theme of the area and trying to pull items that work with the theme, and you always want the taller items in the back and the shorter items in the front, so that way the taller items will have some sort of effect of hiding the cliffs like my hedges and cypress plants do, and then the flowers are the ones at the very front, and those are the ones that are shorter. So it's just all about like layering like heights and picking items that will achieve the sort of cliff feel that you want. And then forced perspective builds that are like definitely illusions, those are totally different because you care more about how they look far away than how they look close up. Like, I mean, the vibe is totally lost when you're standing right here and you're seeing all this nonsense, but you're not supposed to see it here. So, with a build like this, I was definitely trying to hide the cliff as much as I could and fill it with homes, cypress, fake trees. Like, I just wanted to cover the whole thing, and it is pretty filled in. Like when you step back here, it does look like a pretty forested looking hill. So I hope that helps, but the tree glitch can help you too. I use the tree glitch a lot. Kind of makes it so that you aren't restricted to having a 3-space wide cliff. You can just get away with a 2-space wide cliff and use the tree glitch to have the 2 spaces. This is an example up here. Like, technically there shouldn't be able to have a tree there, but I planted one on the edge with only 2 spaces. Doing good? Heard some talk about Lord of the Rings? Yeah, we're trying to make like a fake Gandalf, Moria. So that'll be fun. We'll see how well it turns out. Oh, and hi, Yellow Roses. Oh, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you've been doing well. my first New Horizons stream, but it was good. Not much activity, but it feels nice to stream. Yeah, definitely. I definitely know how that goes. When I started streaming, I streamed a lot of Wild World in the lead up to New Horizons, and I just kind of go live in the Wild World category and see who showed up, and it's definitely just very cozy and personal, and those can be really lovely streams as well. Love this part, so impressive. Oh, thank you, Yellow. Oh gosh, I remember you told me your name too. I feel really bad that it's been a while, so let me know if you can— oh, Ellie! Thank you so much for reminding me and being nice about it. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Lady Mouse. I'm glad you liked the advice. It's something I run into a fair amount because maybe I'm a little silly, but I really don't like the way the cliffs look. So it feels like I'm always trying to hide them, and sometimes more subtle ways than not. Like, even by the entrance, like, I really tried to hide them super hardcore. It's like, you're not seeing an inch of these cliffs if I can help it. I don't know, I just think they look so bare. I wish you could kind of like hang things on them or have like grass on them or something. They're so bare. Alright, what am I doing? I feel like that's not a good spot for it. Let's move it down a little. Sorry for being indecisive, but I want to make sure I plan my incline properly if we are going to do this winding path thing. I want to make sure I do it right. So we'll probably need to take this down like multiple spaces. Because I want it to look natural with where that path is going, you know? I want it to just sort of be like that path is leading you down to this other incline. And it wasn't really doing that before. Oh, thank you, Ellie. I appreciate it. Oh, and hi, Chase. I hope your study goes well. Thank you so much for lurking and hanging out. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And hi, Lenore. How have you been? It's great to see you. How is your island coming along, Lenore? Are you almost all done? I feel like every time I see your island, you have such amazing progress on it. And it's great to see you too. Look at me like saying hi to you and just demolishing the same cliff like a million times. Gosh, I hate it. Alright, so I think this is more where I would want the path to go, because this way it would like kind of wind from the incline over to— yeah, this looks like a little bit more natural. I hope so anyway. And if we end up doing this, we might have to time travel just to make absolutely sure how it works. But do you think you all are feeling the winding road more and more? Do you think that just kind of feels more at home and more Shire-like? Because I guess I got really like attached to the centered incline when I thought about the Gandalf build. Because I was like, you center the incline and then you put Gandalf down there and it'll be perfect. And that's what I thought in my head. But I guess if there's some way I can make the Gandalf thing work from here, maybe that would be even cooler. Because it would be more winding and visually interesting and all that good stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna lay a few more of these patterns. One of my cringy work-in-progress paths. Oh, and hi, Corindum Queen. I hope you're doing well, too. What's going on over on your end? My island's getting there. I've demolished and built the same bridge like 5 times. Ooh, that reminds me of Athalia. I remember in Athalia I moved my museum like probably upwards of like well over 10 times. I'm not sure the exact number. I should have kept track. Yeah, stuff like that's really honestly all part of the New Horizons experience. The sign's kind of getting in my way a bit. And maybe right here I can do like a rare, like 3 space wide section. And then that can take you down over to the incline, hopefully semi-elegantly. Alright, so I think that's good to go. Add a few like aesthetic weeds here and there. Maybe add one more stone right here. I can see it now, like stone right here and then a weed right next to it. But unfortunately I don't really have a standalone stone pattern right now. Like all of these are connected to other patterns. So whenever I need to do like a standalone stone, like I'm really bothered by it because it's not really accurate to how it would look when I finally do that pattern. But just imagine that's a standalone stone. And then we'll put the destination signpost back. So that'll kind of lead you down over to the town hall, hopefully. But then also there's gotta be a path that takes you to the rest of it. I almost forgot about that just in my haste to do like the incline stuff. You know, I do plan on having this big stretch of land. There's gotta be a path that takes you down here too. So I don't want that to be like too cramped. So maybe I gotta move the incline in like a space so that there can be room for that path to like weasel in between there. Missed it entirely, but may I see the entrance you decided on? Oh, definitely, Ellie. I remember you were there for that stream when, and you helped me out a lot. I did try out like a sideways incline for this area, but in the end I sort of felt like when you like walk out the airport, I feel like this looks very satisfying to just have a straight across like lined up entrance, and it still has a bit of like windingness and asymmetry because the path is like a little bit windy to lead up to there. And I definitely wanted to like plant lots of trees around, and my goal over here, I do want to fill in this area between the cliffs, and this is almost just like a little cheatsy path to avoid using another incline, theoretically. And ideally, I think I would stretch the land all the way over to the water, but then that I would have to use an incline to get over to the lake, and I don't want to do that. So in order to like skimp out on an incline, I have like a sneaky little 1 space wide path that isn't really that aesthetic, but it will lead you down over to the lake. And then once you're standing over here, it'll be aesthetic to like look out over the lake and see the houses over the lake and everything. Or at least I hope it will. But yeah, that's the entrance, and I know it's nothing super big, but then as soon as you go up that incline, you're like already like immersed in Hobbiton, so even though the entrance isn't flashy, it takes you up to Hobbiton really quickly, which I like. Oh, and hi Mary, and hi Pasta. Welcome in, how are y'all today? Need to redo some areas, but it's coming along, can't wait to show everyone. Yeah, it's coming along so well. Having some slight side effects. Oh, I hope you get through it okay, Corindum Queen. Glad you got it though. Oh, and thank you, Ellie. I'm glad you like it. It's definitely not the coolest entrance in the world, but I hope with like all the greenery and the trees and green mums and bushes, it can be very Shire-like, just in like its abundance of green, perhaps. Is this enough to have a winding path go over here, or do I need like one more space? Do you think that's too narrow? I I guess we could kind of test it out and see. If I have like an incline kit, I can... Oh! I have a shop moving kit! Man, I'm really running through these kits today, aren't I? Can I get an incline kit at the same time? Oh, good night, Helly. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for the resub, and it was great to catch up with everyone too, even if I am kinda barely functioning, as I've mentioned. And hi, Sleepy Tabby. How are you? It's great to see you. I hope you've been doing well. Welcome in. Oh, thanks, Lenore. Yeah, the land bridge actually bugs me a little because I think it looks a little too basic with just like the log stakes, but my plan to fancy up the log bridge is going to come another time. Log bridge. I meant to say land bridge. Alright, so let's make an incline nook. Oh, and hi, Shivy. Oh, I love you too. I hope you're doing well. Oh, it's great to see you. I'm doing pretty good, recovering from getting back to work and everything, but I had a good time on my vacation. I finished watching Korra, as you know, and just got to experience some downtime on my vacation, so just sort of easing back into things, both the streaming life and the working life. Today we're kind of trying to experiment with like the town hall area a bit more. The town hall has just been this floating nothingness in Bywater so far. Oh, hi, Sahara. And we're trying to figure out maybe some plans for like a pathway that'll lead up to it, perhaps. Let's see if this incline... Oh! Alright, I guess it's one of those things that can overlap, so now I have two kits. I have like the incline kit and I have the shop kit. Didn't realize that was one of the ones that can like overlap. Alright, great. I cannot see because of the tree. I cannot see. Oh god. Alright, I think I'm seeing why I wanted to have the incline upwards. I think I wanted that probably because unconsciously I knew I would have to have this path wind this way. So I guess I do have to have it spaced up a bit more. Stan Lin Beifong. Oh, I love her too, Shivy. I admit, like, when you first mentioned that she was one of your favorites, like, I think I was on season 1 of Korra, and then I was like, wait, why is she your favorite? But she definitely grows on you and becomes more of a deeper character as the series goes on. And I totally get the standing. Alright, let's try this one. We're just gonna like try it space by space until something vibes. Maybe that one's like a little better. Let's round this corner, that'll help. Also, since the tree is majorly like getting in my way, I feel like I should dig it up for now. Maybe someday we'll be able to customize the town hall. Yeah, how did you get that idea, Shivy? Have you heard that you could do that in New Leaf? Yeah, I remember back when New Horizons was new, I was kind of panicky because I was like, wait, you can change the town hall, right? And then I found out you couldn't, and I was so bummed for Athalia because the brick pavement doesn't like match my white paths in Athalia. Anyway, it was a whole big thing for me. The 7 stages of grief or acceptance or whatever. I had to go through that with the town hall, and I guess now I have accepted things. Alright. Ooh, that doesn't look terrible. I can definitely see it better without the tree. I don't know. Do y'all like it, or should I move it more? Also, I could try to be fancy, and I could do like a tree glitch tree right about here. You try it. You always want to do tree glitch trees before you build inclines, because then when you build the incline it really kills your chances, so you always want to do this beforehand. Oh, no worries at all, Shivy. Sorry for sometimes I get in the zone and start fiddling away with my shovel. But yeah, never worry about that. I stayed up late the past 2 nights reading this really sporking long fanfic, and it's not even that good. I don't know why I do this. Why do you do it if you don't like it, Shivy? Why do you keep reading? But maybe it's just, you know, loving the world, or being able to, as a fellow writer, kind of see the mistakes and learn from them or whatever. Yeah, I agree with you, Shivy. I didn't see it at first, but I see it now. I wish you could change or move the town hall. Yeah, it's really awkward the way you always have to have it like on base level, and then like, you know, you can't have it up on a cliff or anything when you can put like everything else in the game up on a cliff. But every Animal Crossing game has like its cursed elements. That's what I always say. Like in New Leaf it was maybe like the retail building that was kind of cursed. Something else that used to drive me nuts about the old games, which I think they've fixed. Let's see if it's still a thing, but in the old games, yeah, there was like this pattern in front of the door that you couldn't put a pattern on. There was like this space, and it would drive me crazy. I always, just out of sheer, like, do not see it, I would always put my paths like below that line. Like I never had it go all the way up to the house, because I was like, nope. Not dealing with that space. But yeah, fond memories of all that good stuff. This game is so like OP when you really think about it. Like, yeah, we might not have a lot of furniture. That's one way it's not OP, but it really gave us a lot. Alright, do we like the tree? Or was I getting a little too tree happy there? I don't know, I'm kind of vibing with this. I kind of like it. Because what I like about it is that maybe the path could like fork in between the trees. Ooh, but I gotta remember that there's gotta be one more tree like right here. I almost forgot about it. Oh no! Stuff like that always bugs me, like when it like blocks the view of the path. I know technically you can pan up and you can see that there's a path there, but the fact that it's so hidden bugs me, and I do want to shift it up like maybe one more space. Why am I like this? I got invested, plus there's a classic and Zutara fandom, but they're a better long slow burn fix. I'm glad you're getting involved with the fandom and reading some fanfics. I admit I haven't really done a whole lot of that. I wonder if there's some like solid Lord of the Rings fanfiction out there that I would like, or I know that the Harry Potter fanfiction was really big when I was growing up, but I just never dabbled in it. I think that's really cool. You're so involved like with the community. You've even written your own fanfiction. Nintendo refused to let us put resident services on a cliff because they knew we would be too powerful. Yeah, just imagining that, it really would be quite powerful. Imagine the views that you could do if you could put it up on cliffs, like with waterfalls underneath it and stuff. I mean, you could go wild with it. Alright. I hope this is the last edit. I hope like this is the spot. Oh, Oh, you all remember that like invisible pattern? That was so awful. But I worked with it pretty well. Like I knew it was there and I made efforts to avoid that invisible spot, but it was painful. I've been writing more lately, but today my head was too empty to write anything. We all have those days. You should never force it if it's just not happening. No such thing as too tree happy. Yeah, especially in the Shire, perhaps. I do feel like, though, that maybe the entrance in particular is like too tree happy. Like, this is like the most boring entrance ever with just how many trees there are, but I can't really think of anything else to put down there. If I could spork in between the trees. Oh, thank you all for supporting my tree happiness. It is a forest life after all. Gotta have our trees. I reached a new level of nerd, but I enjoy writing within the Avatar universe a lot. Yeah, it's such a good universe. I have such big love for this show and this world, and Korra only enhanced that. I can't believe I almost let the backlash of Korra like prevent me from watching it. I really enjoyed it. Writing with an established universe and already established characters is helping me just write and not get in my head about it. Oh, that's a great way to put it. I guess in a way it kind of gives you a prompt and it gets your like writing muscles loose and everything. I remember when I took creative writing, like they told us to write like a short story and I didn't really know what to write about, so I think I like wrote about like this spooky like shed that had like a monster in it. And anyway, that's just like stuff you come up with when you have like a writing assignment and you like don't know what to write about, so you just like make up something that's really uninspiring. And stuff like fan fiction with an already set world, you can just like dive right in. You don't have to come up with a fancy plot or whatever. But yeah, creative writing was rough. Like as a class, I almost feel like it's inherently flawed. Like here, write a story in a day or something, or in a week. Like come up with something in that amount of time and you just have to kind of go with it if you didn't want to fail. Alright, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Let's do this. Incline. Boom. Or at least I hope I'm feeling it. Yay! I think I am. I think I like it. Should I just go for it, or is that being like a little bit too impulsive? Should I think about it like a little bit more? Or maybe, like, is there any more like tree glitch type stuff I should do first? Any other tree glitch opportunities? Oh gosh, I love the trees. I love winding through these trees on the path. And then you can see your Gandalf illusion from up here. Oh, yay! That'll be so nice. Alright, what was I doing? Got like a little caught up in the moment, like I forgot what I was even doing. Got a little too excited. I think we were gonna do tree glitch trees, weren't we? Yeah, let's do that then. I'm the monster in the shed. I still have this story. It's really funny. Like, the funny thing about it is, like, I described everything, like, I'm really good at, like, descriptive language, and I'm pretty good at just, like, writing sentences and stuff, so it's, like, a really beautifully written story about, like, the worst plot ever. Like, this, like, monster in the shed or whatever. Like, that's what I find so funny about it. Like, I read it once recently, and, like, I described the shed so beautifully. I do such a good job. But it's like, why the heck? I guess that's the only thing that was coming to my mind. Hey, I got an A. I think I I don't know, the writing teacher wasn't too picky. She was cool with it. Alright, let's plant a tree up here. Should this be a baby tree or a big tree? I guess I should take a step back and maybe a big tree would take up like a bit of visual real estate. I do like those cliffs in the background though. It's almost a shame to hide them. I feel like those are like an interesting like little cliff formation, and if I put a tree here it might just like hide it all. Oh, it doesn't hide all that much though. Maybe I'll keep it. Ah, or does it look too symmetrical? Yeah, it looks too symmetrical. Gotta forgo the tree. It looks too like neat and clean and symmetrical. It reminds me of when Frodo is reading at the beginning. Ah, sock. I totally want to put a book under a tree somewhere. I don't know if that moment has happened yet, but maybe I'll dedicate an entire build to just like a tree with a book underneath it. Maybe like a blanket or something. That would be perfect. You're making me want to read The Lord of the Rings. Oh, you should just watch the movies, Shivy. The books might not be for everybody, and I feel like watching the movies might be a good gauge on if you'd be interested in reading the books or not. Sometimes it's good not to overcomplicate things. Oh, thank you for validating me, Bashful. I appreciate it. I feel like I've never done a bangin' entrance in any of my New Horizons islands so far. Athalia doesn't have the fanciest entrance either. I want to be a good fanfic writer though, like I don't want people to read what I write and be like, wow, that was terrible, I regret reading this. Yeah, you're definitely good from what I've seen of what you do, Shivy. I had creative writing and I consider it hard because we had to write whole stories in 45 minutes. Yeah, me too, Vixby. For some reason, essays are a little bit easier to do, like, in that time frame. Like, I feel like essays, you can kinda, like, write, like, an outline, like, bullet points, like, what you want to hit in every paragraph, and it's easier to tackle an essay, like, for the SAT in a timed period. But a short story, yeah, that needs some time and setup. Toph and Zuko field trip fic. Oh, that's adorable. Poor Toph didn't get her Zuko field trip, but I guess she will in your fanfic. Alright, I guess we went for the incline, so let's go ahead and get this built. I'm raining bells right now. Sahara wants in on this incline build action here. Oh, thank you, Shivy. Yeah. Some of my favorite authors, like I really like when they write almost poetically, but it does have to be done right, you know? It can be like overly flowery language just for the sake of being overly flowery language, you know? So you have to be careful with it, and that's a mistake you can make as an amateur too. It's like maybe being too flowery, like gotta know like when it hits the mark and when it's needed. Can't overuse things. Oh, and hi Eliza, welcome in. How are you today? And hi Strawberry. Entrances aren't even that important. It feels like they should be. Like it feels like in general they're like really, really valued, but I admit when I think about Bywater though and what I like about it, if having like a lackluster entrance makes it so things like my land bridge are possible and things like the party tree possible, like I guess I'll take it, you know? Because that's part of why I was so cramped at my entrance. Alright, so let's get this incline built. Athalia's entrance is lovely. I'll take no slander of it. Oh, thank you, Shivy. Stories need breathing room. Yeah, it's hard to just write a story right off the bat. Yeah, I love Toph too. It was really interesting for me to see Toph again. I really liked that. The dynamic of her and Zuko is so sweet. Yeah, it really is. It sort of felt like she had like a little bit of a crush on him. We got Pansetti and Kiki here, enjoying the sunset. And now we have to move on to the dreaded day where my beloved weeds disappear. March 20th. The in-game like anniversary, and I actually kind of regret it or dread it because it's when the weeds go away. I had a friend in a special creative writing program at an arts high school, and they had to do NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo, is that how you pronounce it? As their giant midterm project, and it was graded as if they'd had months to work on it. Oh my gosh, that's kind of weird that like they would take something from social media and make it like a real life like school assignment. Yeah, I've heard of NaNoWriMo, and it's always sounded like really intimidating for me. Writing a whole novel like in a month. Imagine writing a whole novel ever. I don't know. I guess my perfectionist procrastination tendencies just can't relate at all. And at a certain point, even though I had an interest in it growing up, at a certain point I kind of decided that writing was not the hobby for me, which I feel like is valid. You don't have to have like a million different hobbies. You can kind of pick and choose which ones are your favorites. I decided writing just wasn't sparking joy for me. I think people treat entrances like a gauge for the rest of the island. Yeah, almost like a, what am I getting into? What is this island's vibe? Sometimes entrances can be too much. Yeah, it depends on the island though. Like if you're going for a very grand island, sometimes a grand entrance is just like the perfect thing to have going for it. But maybe a Shire themed island, a simple entrance is fine. Oh my gosh. Oh god, what do we think of the green mum reef? Do you all like it, or do you think it was a bad decision? Oh, I hope I like it. I can always try replacing it with something else if I don't vibe with it. You like it, Sock? I like how Quilson over here, is that his name? Yeah. He's always like fishing, which totally matches the vibe for like what this area is all about. You know what they say about fishing, right? Well, please tell me, because I can't catch anything. Let's see, is there even a fish in the water, Quilson? Is there a shadow? Oh, there is one. Rule number 1 of fishing, Quilson. You gotta kind of aim your bobber at it. I thought of them as big bro, lil sis. Oh, that's a cute perspective for them. Need constant validation about my writing. I'm very insecure, so I'm like, here are 2 sentences. Do you like them? I was a little bit secretive about my writing. Like when I took creative writing and stuff, I didn't really like people to read my things because, I don't know, it just felt very personal, and maybe like I was okay with classmates reading them because I didn't care about classmates, but I didn't really want like friends and family to read my stuff. Oh, Pickles, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, so that's how the incline turned out. I do like it. We might have to time travel back to, might have to time travel back to when the weeds are pretty though. I can't stand it. Your entrance has nothing to do with the rest of your island? Oh, really, Yuki? I don't know if I've seen your island. You should, I guess no pressure, but I'd love to, like, if you finish it or something, you should redeem a tour. Love this little pond. Yeah, it's actually like Bywater's one of its only bodies of water, which I think is kind of interesting considering an Animal Crossing town. Usually think of Animal Crossing towns as having like lots of rivers and streams. But in a weird way, I think it kind of helps the realism because a real life town might not necessarily have like tons of rivers running through it, you know? It might just like have a lake here and there. So I'm open to continuing to kind of limit Bywater's water. Bywater's water. Alright, so let's go back to the blessed day. This is my favorite day ever. Maybe like even in all of Animal Crossing. Got my favorite weeds, a beautiful sunset. This day is just OP. He doesn't match his house at all. Yeah, he's more of like an aqua rather than all those muted colors that are on his house. Oh, and hi, Big Ball fan. Writing does feel personal. Yeah, and I never really felt that way. I took a lot of like art classes too. That was probably overall more my thing rather than writing. I took a lot of art and I was always just happy to show people my art pieces, but writing was like a little bit different. Oh, and hi, Japan-a-man. Oh, it's great to see you too. I hope you've been doing well. I hope work's treating you okay. You really sang Bywater. Oh my gosh, that's a really good pun. But yeah, I mean, ideally, the Bywater, like, for real, it's probably referencing the fact that all these villagers, like, live by this water. Like, that's probably kind of the illusion behind the name. Is that they all live around here by the lake. Oh, and Jenica redeemed Cat Cam. I think Yuki redeemed it too. Oh, we've got a pumpkin. Sweet girl. Alright. Looks like it might be a bath cat cam, y'all. Let me go and get set up with it. Oh my gosh, did my flower crown fall off at some point? I think it did. Let's see if my flower crown just like fell off behind me. Oh no, it didn't. Where did it go? Am I like sitting on it? Like sitting on my flower crown. When did this happen? I've just been like sitting on it. Alright, well, it almost seems silly at this point. I've probably gone like half the stream with it off my head, but we can put it back on, I guess. Yeah. And in order to set up the cat cam, I guess so you don't see me like wandering around back there setting it up like in my pajama pants, which I'm wearing right now, I'm gonna go up on BRB for like literally 10 seconds or so just to set it up. So literally BRB, not even really a real break, just setting up the camera. Alright, there she is. Sorry for the setup. Just trying to get just the right angle of our Miss Pumpkin. She looks really cute back there. Let me see if I can get her to look up though. I guess that would be disturbing her though. Pumpkin! 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 Oh, look at her! Look at the camera. Oh, she is so quick to like go back in that pose, man. That did not take her long. She like looked up for a second and she was like, nope. Nope, back in the tail my nose goes. So we tried it. Trying to come up with names for your kitty, Shivy? Oh, do you have some like contenders? Do you have some things that you're thinking about? Oh, Swoo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Asking your crush to help you brainstorm names for your cat and roasting all their suggestions is my new form of flirting. Oh, that's cute. I admit I was a little intimidated. I think you even broached that question on Discord, like, about names for your cat, and I was like, oof, I just named my kitty stuffed based off their coats, like Pumpkin, Mittens. So anything that's creative, as far as a pet name or cat name, is not up my alley. Oh, look at all these Grey Havens patterns. May they be missed. R.I.P. Oh, I'm glad you all love Pumpkin. She's so sweet. She's like, okay, I gave the fans what they want. Back to sleep. I know, she even kind of looked at the camera a little bit when I was setting it up, and I was like, ooh, this is gonna be good, this is gonna be good. And then by the time I walked over here, like, she had already curled up in a ball. She's clearly, like, kind of intent on sleeping at the moment. Alright, so this is enough of a winding path to get it going. I guess I'm okay with it. Essentially, the incline at the entrance takes you up to this piece of land which overlooks the lake, and then one path can take you over to the bridge, and then one path
Adorable. 3-3.
Oh, Yuki, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the cheer and cheering on Pumpkin there. I'm glad you all love her. I love her too. And so then this path over here, like, one takes you to the incline and then the other forks this way. So I hope it all vibes and it isn't just all too close together and cluttered. And maybe it'll look better once I actually finish the path and it's not just a blobby stone thing. So now that we've blocked out the incline, let's try to refine the path more and maybe work on like the Gandalf illusion and see what we want to get going on in this area in general. My cats were Pumpkin and Autumn, adopted in the fall with fall colors, so original. Yeah, it's all about the love for your pet though, even more so than the name. You can name them whatever, but as long as you just show them lots of love. It's okay if it's the most basic name ever. One of my personal, like, tip-top favorite cats of all time, like, one of the cats that, like, meant the most to me as far as just really strong sentimental vibes. His name was Midnight, which is low-key, I think, perhaps the most popular cat name of all time. I'm not sure if that's totally right, but kind of feels right. It feels like Midnight's, like, one of the most popular black cat names in particular, and I just loved him though. He was so sweet. Sometimes you can do nicknames too, like you can name your cat something and then nickname them something else. Like Midnight, it might sound really dumb, but I called Midnight Big Kitty all the time. Like I would just be like, hey Big Kitty, like I would just, I called him Big Kitty because he was really big, so I didn't even really call him Midnight most of the time. Alright, well, I do think that, like, not enough of the path is visible with that format. I need it to take, like, a sharp turn upwards so that you can see the path from up above, I think. Oh, and hi, Drooby. Yeah, we have the cat cam for a minute, and maybe it's been more like 2 minutes. I know that I think Yuki redeemed it earlier, and I didn't have a cat on my bed at this time, so maybe this is like 2 redemptions in one. Maybe for finale I can go over and like pet Pumpkin for a bit, and that'll probably make her look up. I had a hamster when I was little and named him Twister. Oh, did your hamster, was he like very active? Seems like a name you would give to an animal that was like just all over the place, always zipping around, like a kitten or something. Oh, named after Twister from Rocket Power? Oh, that's a throwback. Oh my gosh, let me Google Rocket Power real quick just to make sure that I'm thinking of the same thing as you. Oh yeah, I watched that show. It wasn't like my tip-top favorite, but I totally watched it. I like the purple-haired chick. Alright. Trying to make this path look decent is a tricky one. Alright, I think I'll just have to wait until like my path is done to see the full effect, or maybe I could keep trying to like cut down on this part to try to make sure it's more visible. I'm not really happy with the visibility of it. Oh, there she looked up. Oh, she looked up a bit. We had a pumpkin motion. I'm gonna call my cat Fatty in Hindi. Oh. She's gonna be big and fluffy. You already know this, Shivy. That show was my jam. Otto, Reggie, and Twister. Oh, the Otto is definitely ringing a bell for me now. I remember that. Oh, okay, so I do think I was able to make the path more visible. I think that's definitely a lot more substantial. Did I sacrifice too much, perhaps, though, by cutting down on the cliff like this? Does it look too awkward? But you can definitely see it more, so I'm gonna leave it that way for now and then maybe adjust later. Sometimes you can always fine-tune another time, and it doesn't all have to be perfect right away. Oh. Here she's looking at the screen. Oh, okay. Oh. Alright, well, I think I'll do like a little grand finale and then I'll probably switch it back to me. She actually left. I think I was getting all too up in her business. I was invading her privacy too much. I'll have to cuddle with her later to make up for it. Poor thing. She was like, what's going on here? I'll have to learn the finesse of the cat cam, how to do it indiscreetly so as to not bother them. Up close and personal, yeah, she walked up and kind of sniffed the camera. She's like, I'm out of here. It's too much. I like how I've been carrying around 2 fossils the entire stream, you know? Just can't get rid of these fossils. Pumpkin said, Spork y'all, I'm the star. She really was for a few minutes there. She was the star of the show. Personal. Classic cat pun. Alright, is that the spot for our Gandalf? I really wish we could do this at a diagonal. It's really kind of making me sad. That would be perfect to have it make a diagonal here. That might actually bug me so much that I'll be tempted to rethink this whole thing. Because it should be going diagonal right here. I don't know. I guess that's just the way of it though. That's what it's gotta be. Maybe if I make it more of like a real turn, like and less of like a hinted diagonal, like maybe it'll make more sense. Like put some harder, like it's like a harder turn for it to be going straight. Alright, so let's get our horse back and test out like the Gandalf hat and everything. I wish they had more angles for the furniture. Yeah, diagonals and 45-degree angles and all that. It would be so powerful. Alright, let's try putting the mage's hat like right above the horse. I'm afraid I might block the horse too much though. Yeah, like maybe it looks better kind of on the very end. Because that way it won't hide the horse. Ah, how do I get it to like face backwards? Oh no, I need it to face backwards. Well, I know I can make it face backwards this way. But then it hides the horse. Oh, I guess you could just have the horse a little bit far in front. Oh, it's still hidden. I wonder if I could, if this was my hackable switch, I wonder if I could hack it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe this is just something the game cannot do. Oh, that's such a shame. What if I put something like right here? Like it could even be like tree branches or pears or whatever. If I put something here, will it be forced to land the way I want? Like on top of the thing? It's worth a shot, I think. It's worth a try. Now let's should drop everything and anything. Alright, big experiment. What just happened? Did it like go in the middle? What the heck? Why did it go in the middle? That worked though. I mean, I don't know if y'all learned something, like little life hack, but that did kind of work. I'm kind of proud of myself for coming up with that big brain energy. And maybe the final like cherry on top, put something right there, and then maybe now it'll have nowhere to go. Yeah! We did it! Alright, cool. So now I know how to recreate this. Maybe if I end up changing the hat to like the frugal one, I know how to recreate it and do it again. He does kind of look like a little bit like he doesn't have a body. So maybe this works better if you truly are like looking down on it and not looking at it from a distance, because then that way it maybe looks more like how it should. I don't know, I'm just trying to think about how to make this like actually look somewhat convincing and not totally weird. I could increase the length of it. I could try to add like a separate little place for Gandalf's hat to be. I don't know. Do you all have any suggestions on how to make it work? place something on the front of the cart too. Oh, thanks for the suggestion, Leah. Big brains unite. Try a barrel in front of the cart for his hat to sit on, maybe? Huh, interesting. Yeah, this might be a little too much big brain stuff for me, like in one stream. Maybe I should focus on more like casual landscaping and try to figure out the Gandalf illusion later, because I'm a little intimidated right now. I feel like there might be a way. I feel like there's possibilities here. But I don't know if that's it. Like, I wish I could just like raise the hat a little or put it on something, or I don't know. It just needs like a little something something. How do you raise something when it's already on something though? How do you raise it? It's already on top of the cart. Yeah, it is like a little bit maybe too much for me to figure out right now though, so maybe we'll move on to some other aspects of landscaping and I'll try to figure that out more later, and maybe I'll give up on the Gandalf idea, you know? So much of the Shire feels immaculately cozy. Maybe having like a Gandalf illusion will just, I don't know, throw things off, feel funny, not like look real, I don't know. Might not really work. Is there something taller you could put between the horse and the cart? The thing is though, you don't want the horse to be hidden, and something taller between the horse and the cart would hide the horse. And that's part of the whole appeal, is having the horse be visible for the horse-drawn carriage. So it's really tricky trying to consider like how you're going to raise it without hiding the cart. My head is empty. Me too, Shivy, me too. Same. I think I wandered in there like looking for a kit, and then I remembered I already have like the shopping kit. If we want to just go full experimentation, I guess if I think about the way that I'd like maybe the shop to be incorporated, I either want it like down below to be visible, or I want it like to be back here somewhere and just be part of the overall like Hobbiton village vibe. So let me plan a possible location for the shops, and then maybe we can time travel and see how we like it. Did you try using a gnome? Oh, did Leah send me a gnome too? I think I got so excited about the hat and maybe just too dysfunctional with my lack of sleep that I didn't check out the gnome. Yeah, we can try the gnome. Ah, feels a shame to erase all that hard work I put into getting that just right. Oh, Drewby. Oh, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Sweet Jinico. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support and love and sharing that love throughout the community. It means a lot. Alright, so there's the gnome. You know, I'm kind of intrigued by this because the gnome does feel more in perspective with the horse. Like, it kind of feels like they're like the same size. So maybe what you could do is you could shove the gnome closer to the horse, and then that way it looks like he's actually like got the stirrups and he's actually controlling the horse. And then maybe you could put something behind him, like that's like his product? I don't know, like what would he be like having with him in the cart? But that is a possibility. Except for that still even hides the horse. Everything hides the horse. I need a bigger horse. Maybe the horse cart could be parked somewhere and Gandalf could be discreetly somewhere else in town as an Easter egg. Aw, that's cute. Yeah, I guess Gandalf doesn't have to be tied to the cart. And if he isn't tied to the cart, probably what you would do instead is the garden wagon, because the garden wagon does like look a little bit nicer, I think. Like maybe customize the garden wagon to dark brown or something and just shove it behind the horse. Yeah. So that might actually fit the vibe of Bywater more, be, you know, but it doesn't have the Gandalf illusion. I just thought of something though. And it's actually what I think Jess just suggested and I just poo-pooed, but what if you get something really short for the hat to rest on and you just like put it right here? I don't know. It's worth a shot. Let's use our pipe. Go back to my house and see what our stool options are. Alright, well this is the flaw with the pipe to get back to your house. You have to find it in your inventory. Boom! That makes my heart happy. I played so much Mario growing up, y'all. It is really charming to have it in this game. I remember squatting on every pipe trying to see if I could go down it and try to find like all the little fun bonus caves, getting all the stars and everything. Such fond memories. So why did I come in here? I went to all that trouble. Oh yeah, stools. Without fail, I always forget like what I came in here for. I think this is a pretty short little stool. I'm not sure if there's anything shorter than that actually. I will say it has occurred to me as a guide. This is just a little between you and me sort of thing. I'm not sure if a guide already exists. But I'm thinking of trying, if I want to contribute some sort of guide to the community, like maybe make a list of like all the tables in the game, everything that can hold an item from shortest to tallest, because it comes in handy sometimes with forced perspectives and builds. Sometimes you need things at different heights. And I think that would be interesting to have as a guide, like maybe like from the tallest wardrobe to the, you know, smallest stool, like what is the shortest? And but maybe a guide like that already exists. I don't know. That would be a bummer. All right. No, not wear it. Oh, that's oh. That looks pretty cool. You can't see the horse anymore, but that looks pretty freaking cool. I like it. Except for when I get down there and I stand next to it and then I'm like, ooh, I hate it. That's gonna bother the crap out of me. I'm such a perfectionist. I have to have everything like look good at every angle. But man, that looks pretty sexy right there. That looks like Gandalf riding his little cart. Yay! We did it. Except, you know, kind of. Sweet new sub badge, Dinico. Aw, the little baby tree. Do you have any of the fireworks, etc. left from the 4th of July? Well, you know what, Sock? We can check. We can check. But I'm not sure. I didn't really play in this town on the 4th of July. Let's see if I have any fireworks at all. You know, I remember one time I had like a little bit of a party in Bywater and things got lit. I think we had some sparkling cider, but I'm not sure if I kept any. I think we used all of them at the party. Yeah, I don't think I have any sparklers or fireworks in here, unfortunately. I haven't really played in this town for very long. This is so fun. I love this. If Gandalf was elsewhere, you could have his hat propped up behind some bushes. Gandalf like hiding in the bushes. He's like, did you keep it secret? Did you keep it safe? I'm high on you, Frodo. I'm gonna like sneak up behind you on your way to Bag End. Did you keep it secret? I like the garden wagon with the horse. Yeah, the garden wagon does look better. It looks like more like Bywater-esque, I think. Oh no, not kicking the path. No! Why? Why? I'm trying to pick up the pipe. Why can't the game like sense that? I wish I could watch the rest of this stream, but I have a bite to eat before I head off to work. Oh, have a good day at work, Bashful. And yeah, don't apologize at all. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm sorry I've been kind of like a hot mess and everything. Some of my streams were doing awesome landscaping, and sometimes we're trying to fiddle around with a Gandalf illusion for like 2 hours. But have a great day at work, Bashful. I demand that we put stuff on the hay bales. I am with you on that petition, Mercy. I totally agree. We need to be able to do that. I just thought of something else. This is a little bit sneaky, but sometimes if you want to hide things from certain points of view, what you can do is you can like plant a tree like at just the right angle. And if you think like that looks bad at a certain angle, like the tree will help block it from the angles that you don't like. I don't know, it's something you have to play around with, but you know, it kinda helps. Like if you hate that build at this angle, then sometimes you can use trees to like hide it. But then from the angle you care about, the tree doesn't block it. So that's like a little bit of a sneaky thing with forced perspective. But as far as what else to do for this area, I mean, I know I want like flowers to line the path. I know I want there to be bushes probably around the town hall. I'm also a little curious if I really want the path to go all the way to the center of the door like that. Do I want it to look like that, or do I want it just to wind up like a little bit more and like over here? Which one do you all think would look better? Oh, thanks for the hype for the real Gandalf, y'all. I think the wheels should go in the back. Oh, didn't think of that. Let's try it with the wheels in the back. Ah, yeah, that's smart. Leah with more of the big brain energy that we need. There we go. Got extra fountain fireworks if you need. Oh, thank you, Fox. It's a really sweet offer. Oh, Drewby and Shivy, y'all remember that party? We'll have to do another one, like when Bywater's looking more and more fleshed out. Have like a party at the party tree. Maybe with like a mini game somewhere too, because multiplayer isn't really fun without mini games. I really hope they add mini games at some point. I love the idea of Gandalf hiding in the bushes. Yeah, me too. Maybe not aesthetically, but I just like the idea of it. Oh, and good night, Sock. Thank you so much for hanging out and helping me with my Gandalf build. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. Maybe a fence along the path would help hide the sides too. Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. And I do plan to have lots of fencing around paths in general. It's kind kind of one of my favorite little tropes to do in Bywater. Oh, look at these cuties. See? Panseti sandwich. I have to point out every time she's carrying food around. I think it's so adorable. I love that about her. She's always got some food on hand. Okay. Do you all think that I should focus more on the town hall down below or on the stuff up above? I think part of me is instinctually thinking that maybe I should focus on the town hall below first, and then I can figure out what matches it on top. So maybe that would be the best approach. No longer studying? Oh, yay! Hype for you, Chase. I'm gonna be attempting forced perspective and it's intimidating. Oh, it's also a lot of fun though. And in a weird way, sometimes it's actually easier than trying to make something look nice in a natural way. You know, coming up with just the right arrangement around a home can sometimes be challenging for me, and then sometimes the builds actually like are more fun for me to like tackle a build or something. Alright, so let's try to move the tree downwards and see if that better hides Gandalf's thing from certain angles. I want to figure out just the right angle where it hides it really well. That was a really good idea. It was. How do you get the cider? I think it was a New Year's item, so you get it around New Year's. Oh gosh, that's the perfect tree. Because it even kind of helps the illusion live on a little. Like it's sort of blocking the parts that look awkward right there. You see that? Like I think normally it would look awkward from that angle, but it's like the tree is blocking the parts that look awkward, so it's like letting it live on a bit. So that's like the perfect tree spot. That one's gotta stay. And then maybe we can like round out the corner more. Sometimes these jagged corners bug me. I love how Panseti's hair matches her dress. Yeah, so many of the Bywater villagers are very warm in tone, and that can happen sometimes because like they're designed to match the houses that they have are designed to match them. So if you have like a lot of homes that are a certain color, like I mean chances are the villagers are that color too. So it's kind of interesting. They kind of all like match each other sometimes. Alright, so now we've got our cozy little alcove. Yeah, I'm just sort of brainstorming ideas. Some of the ideas that I have are that there could just in general be a town hall garden in front. And so that's what you see from above. I would probably need certain patterns for that though, or certain flowers. So let's focus some on like just framing things and framing certain trees. She's eating a ham and cheese, a BLT. Or maybe vegetarian. This game is really big on vegetarian stuff. And enjoy your lurk, Shivy. Your head's empty. Me too, a little bit. I might, I don't know. I hope that things can pick up for me brain-wise, but I might have to end early, both so I can get sleep and also just because I'm not really sure how to approach the town hall area right now. Like I'm a little intimidated by it. Which can happen. Oh, but that's such a good start. Maybe I could think about other places where it would make sense for trees to go. Like, we don't want symmetry with that tree, but maybe if I have it like over here, that'll be a good spot for it. Oh, welcome back, Rakia. I hope your AP Chemistry went well. At first I thought those were all the same house. Yeah, they are pretty visually similar. A lot of them have like the same wall or the same roof. I like the matchy-matchy. The town hall is always tough. Yeah, it is. I'm a little intimidated. I will say there is one area in Bywater I'm pretty committed to, and it's like a yellow flower area, because there's this scene in the movie where they like sort of ride through a bunch of yellow flowers, and it's really scenic. And I'm trying to figure out like the best home for that to be. And wherever I have like my yellow flower area, wait, what? Did I not do this right? Wherever I have my yellow flower area, I'll probably use a lot of weeds too, because that would be perfect to have both like yellow flowers and weeds. And I'm not sure if I want that near the town hall or maybe like a villager home. I'm thinking about having my yellow flower area just be like on these cliffs over here, like it'll transition from this scene over to like the yellow flower area, and you'll be like walking through just like cliffs of yellow flowers. I mean, that might be kind of fun and look kind of cool. And that could like lead you over to the town hall. It's a possibility. Look at you, Pansetti. No symmetry, that is right, Shivy. We can't have symmetry anywhere. It's forbidden. I'm glad you all are validating me about the town hall being hard. Makes me feel good for not knowing exactly what to do in this area or what sorts of things to start pulling out of the hat. I guess, do you think we could find like a little, if I don't get DMCA, do you want to try to find like a video of Gandalf like riding his cart and see just what sort of stuff he passes by? I feel like that might get me DMCA though. Gandalf cart ride, because we could kind of base things that we see in the cart ride maybe for like things we have around Bywater, things around the town hall. Taking names for my Stardew Valley rabbits. Aw, that's really cute. Hazel was Mercy's suggestion. Hopper, Steve the rabbit. Mercy's just like giving Animal Crossing names. Hazel and Hopper are both Animal Crossing names. All my Stardew rabbits have R names. I recommend Roderick, Razel, Rachel. Oh, those are really cute. Keep it muted, you're just using clips. Alright, if you say so. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to do it anyways, so let's make it happen. Alright, so y'all can see a little clip of Lord of the Rings action. I think I found a cute little clip, so I'm gonna showcase this one, and I am gonna mute it, like Fox said. It's just gonna be playing the game audio. So let's switch over to the full screen. Oh. The clothesline on the roof? Yeah. I did want to try to put clothesline somewhere, but it didn't really work out so far. The Shire's one of the big reasons why I love Fellowship so much. Yeah, and it's only like at the very beginning. It's not really like hyped up very much. Stone fencing and wooden fencing. Yeah, I definitely think fencing would help tie it together. I also feel like maybe I should suck it up and realize that I feel like my path looks better than like this derpy, like, dirt path. Like, I mean, the dirt path looks fine when it's straight, but whenever you start curving it, I feel like I might as well, like, whip out my own patterns, even though they're work in progress. And that'll help me visualize things better. I, like, don't want to do this stuff over again, so I'm, like, shifting it. But I might as well just pick it up. Maybe a well somewhere. Yeah. I am using wells quite a bit though. I have wells in a few different areas, like over here in the village. You have the extended edition box set, Moria. Yeah, I actually have a controversial opinion on the extended editions. I actually like the regular versions more usually. It's kind of a sacrilege to say it, so I don't say it a lot, but it is kind of how I feel. I like the regular versions more. Ooh, that tree looks weird there. I think I need to do a smaller tree for that to look natural. I don't know, sometimes I glitch a tree when it's not needed. I love seeing the inspiration for Bywater, it's so lovely. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Shivy. I really like it too, it's fun to try to translate here into Animal Crossing. What if you did a signpost nearby, customized to say, "You're late"? That's a precious idea, actually. Put like a Frodo hiding in the bushes. Never mind Gandalf hiding in the bushes. It's kind of Frodo that just like jumps out of nowhere, like jumps Gandalf. Oh, look at Panseti with the butterfly. Are wells the harps of Bywater? Probably winter. Either that or I joke that the country fence is the harp of Bywater, but then again, fencing, it's okay and natural to reuse that a lot, so I guess I shouldn't see it that way, but I do use the country fencing a lot in this town. I think the yellow flower field in front of the town hall would be pretty. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I can definitely see it. Part of me, I admit part of the reason why I'm kind of like not jumping on the idea, even though it occurred to me, is just because even though the town hall, I want it to look nice, I also know inherently it might always just look a little bit awkward because of the town hall being what it is, if that makes sense. Like it's like almost like I wanted to use the yellow flower idea for an area that I could go hog wild in and customize to my heart's content and terraform and all that good stuff. I mean, the town hall, it's like, do I want to use my yellow flower field on my town hall since overall, I mean, you can't really make the town hall look super fancy anyways. Like maybe just try something simple and to the point over here. But yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, but you all agree, so maybe I'll try it. Maybe there's nothing to say that there can be a yellow flower area here, and also maybe a yellow flower area in the cliffs around the town hall, and that can maybe be where it ties into some terraforming. It was rewritten so much to allow the story to flow. Neither versions are true to the books. I think think they're really good adaptations though, Moria. Like, I don't get bothered by things like Tom Bombadil being taken out or whatever. Like, I think they're really good adaptations, but I feel you. The books capture detail that the movies will never be able to match. Victoria testing out the new path here. So maybe at this point was when I was gonna have the path go straight for a while, so then it makes sense for the Gandalf's cart to be going straight. Then it can start to like make a turn over here. I have no idea how to decorate Pepperwood. I'm hoping going back to summer will help me. Oh, have you been playing in real time, Shivy? I definitely think it helps me decorate a town when I'm landscaping it for the time of year that it's meant for, you know, like Athalia in November and things like that. It's really helpful. With the extended, I enjoy all the different commentary tracks for insight into the making of the movie. Ooh, I don't know if I've watched that, Moria. Am I a terrible fan? I don't know if I've ever watched the commentary. So the cast does like commentary on the movie, like as it's happening? You're like making me want to like watch that tonight, if that's true. Well, what's interesting about this is that I feel like the tree, as blessed as that tree is and blocking the parts of the Gandalf build that don't really like look good from this angle, as blessed as it is in that way, kind of hides the path that I'm making, so that stinks. Ooh, well maybe it could wind even more. What if it's just like a really zigzaggy path? That might be like kind of silly and look... It is an idea though, if I want it to be more visible, like it could kind of zig and then zag like this. Maybe it's worth a try. What's with everyone like watching the butterflies today? The cobblestone path leading up to the downhill with fences and all yellow flowers with scattered weeds. You're right. I can visualize it too, Mercy. Y'all are such a vision. Visionizing this thing for me. Visionizing, that's a word, right? Like I've mentioned before, I'm kind of in a weird state right now because usually I've been like sleeping by now. I've actually made it like really, really far in the day without falling asleep compared to what I have been lately, which is like getting home from work and passing out, so really, really lucid right now. Alright, so there we go. There's the start to a curve. It gets too close to the town hall though. It doesn't make any sense for it to not reach the town hall if it gets that close. It needs to start curving like over here instead. Sorry while I work this out, y'all. I like the movies, cast, directors, Weta. Yeah, Weta, they're the people that make the props, right? Yeah, they do a really good job with the design of everything. I think the design of the movies is really inspired and it has like a genuinely really good eye for design and knowing like how the different types of people across Middle Earth will like decorate their buildings in different ways. Like the Elvish people, I was always really inspired with the way that they really like Art Nouveau styles, and I also really like Art Nouveau, so I'm always drawn to like admiring the architecture around Rivendell with all its you know, florets and Art Nouveau touches and stuff. Like, they did a really good job on the set design. Whenever I watch, like, another sort of form of Lord of the Rings adaptation or something, like, for instance, the cartoon editions, it just doesn't capture the world at all for me because they don't have that, like, sort of eye for set design that those movies had. Alright, so here's our winding path. Do you all like it? Do you like the windingness? Ah, I like the way you can see it around the tree now. I guess I should go with it then. It really is like what looks better from up here, which matters to me too. I don't just care about how it looks down here. I care about like the upwards view. Envisioning. I feel you though. I'm on a weird sleep schedule too. Yeah, like for a hot minute there, I was like falling asleep at 10 a.m. It was so ridiculous. There's an interesting commentary from Weta Alone. Oh gosh, Moria, I want to watch it like right now then, but I do have like work tomorrow, so I can't. Should I save Pepperwood on New Year's Day sunset, even though there won't be hibiscus? Or should I wait until hibiscus season and find a good sunset then? I think you should go to hibiscus season and hunt for a good sunset. But if you're just looking for like a preliminary update, like it's not gonna be your final one, then I think it's okay to go to New Year's Day since you know that that's a banger sunset, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think the hibiscus in summertime will really help like tie everything together. Alright, so this will be the final curve. I have to admit this isn't really like what I envisioned for the town hall. When I envisioned the town hall gardens in Bywater, I actually envisioned something more orderly. Like maybe rows of hedges and stuff like that, because I thought that that would fit like the Shire vibe. But this meandering path looks really nice from up above. Alright, so one more. Ooh, it did end up like centering with the town hall pretty well. I like that. And then let's just like erase this pattern for extra curviness. Or do you think that that pattern adds something? Oh, and hi Marcella! Oh, thank you so much. Aw. 10 months with the Force fam. I can't believe it's been that long, Marcella. It feels like we've known each other for months, but not like 10 months. That's so crazy. I really appreciate like all the kindness and support over those months you've shown. It really means a lot, Marcella. I hope you're doing well. How is work and everything? I didn't know what to say for the bot to read. Oh, that's totally good. Happens to me sometimes too. But welcome in. Thank you so much. Love it here. That really can't express how much that means to me. I love having you here. We're working on a winding road sort of aesthetic for the town hall to see how we like it. It is very meandering. It almost looks like some sort of spiral pattern or something. I feel like maybe I should chill out a little, but at the same time, my path isn't even done yet. Maybe I can fine-tune the actual path it takes more, like when I actually finish the path. So let's build our Gandalf again now that we've got this how we want. Let's like build the Gandalf once more. I'm kind of bummed though, because I don't remember exactly where I put it anymore. Like, I don't remember where it was. I wish I could like go back and see it in the VOD. I don't know what commentaries are on the theatrical release, but the ones I'm talking about are on the extended. Ah, well, I do have the extended box set too. Oh my gosh, Victoria. Pardon me, Victoria, trying to move this around here. Alright, let's just see if we can try to remember where it was. It must have been somewhere around there. Work is being twitchy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm doing okay. My work was really a hot mess today. We could have, I remember I sort of touched on it earlier back when the stream was like younger and chat was moving really fast and there was a lot going on, so I couldn't really expand on it, but maybe now I can give my little work story, like what happened. But yeah, like I started off like helping out like in the clothing department, like I was helping them out because they had like 5 new items. And then, you know, so I think it's like a clothing stocking day, but then I get my books in and, you know, I'm the book person, like around 2.5 hours into my shift. So 2.5 hours are already gone. And then I like finally get my books and I have to spend some time like seeing what books came in, making a plan, just sort of seeing like what they are like on the palette. And anyway, that takes up a bit of time, and I also have the most massive pull of books that I've had in months. Like not since after Christmas have I had a book pull this massive. Like it was like 20 pages long and I had to pull like half my book table apart and there were so many holes everywhere, and that took a huge amount of time too, and I only just finished the massive book pool like before I went to lunch. And then when I got back from lunch I only had like around 2 or 3 hours to do the remaining stocking, and I was hustling so hard and I still didn't finish. I was getting quite the workout in. I don't know, it can be kind of discouraging doing like the stocking that I do and then like not having anyone else in the department with me. Sometimes I feel like I should have an extra person to like help me get it done. But yeah, we're in here looking for fencing. So thanks for hearing my story. But it was really validating for me to hear like from my boss and from my coworkers that while I was gone for a whole month, I mean, people that covered for me were like remarking about how hard work it is doing books, and like how much like, I don't know, it's the books are heavy, the boxes of books are heavy to move around, and it's a lot to like rearrange the table and all those stacks of books everywhere. It's a big deal, it's a big project, and there were some other people realizing that. And it was such a hot mess when I got back from my vacation. It was so rough looking. Yeah, it's kind of nice in a way. It feels good to, I guess, feel like your work is appreciated and that you do a good job at what you do. Let's spread some of this fencing around. I want to make it look nice and meandering, just like the path. Maybe not too broken though. This will be a tricky thing to work through. Work on Kim. Oh, have a good time, Mercy. Good luck with your schoolwork. Thanks so much for being here and for the 13-month resub. I hope you're having a wonderful time with your school as much as possible. I hope it's going really well for you. I always go looking for books on naval history of ships and sail and World War I aircraft history. Ah, did you bring that up because of hearing about like my book stocking thing? We don't really sell all that many interesting books like that. We sell like a ton of kids books. Like half my table is kids books. They figure that like a lot of adults, I think, like have moved on to Kindle and Audible and all that stuff. So kids books are one of the things that can always be physical. But we do sell some of the like adult new releases and things. Like the sort of books that like just came out this week or whatever. Alright, let's get some yellow hyacinths and maybe like test this idea that you all have about like yellow flowers, fencing, all that good stuff. I'm feeling yellow hyacinths in particular, but I guess we could mix it up with other flowers too. What other sorts of yellow flowers do you all see? Maybe the cosmos in particular, but I don't know if I'm feeling the tulips or the roses. They have a lot of big books there. You're talking about your Costco, Marcella? I know you've like taken a picture of your Costco's book table and I got kind of a kick out of it seeing how different it was from mine. It's really fascinating. Probably each one like has its own set of books that gets mailed to them, like depending maybe on the population of the people that live there, because yeah, your table did have different quantities of certain books, and yeah, it's really interesting the way it's like all customized to the different stores. Use them for model building source material. Oh, that's cool. I got a Peppa Pig book from there for my kiddos. I had never heard of Peppa Pig before I started working at my book table. I was not familiar with the Peppa Pig. I didn't really grow up on that. Cosmos and hyacinths, maybe yellow mums. Ah, sure, maybe I'll keep an eye out for yellow mums in particular. It's kind of weirding me out that I haven't seen any yet. Oh, there's Bettina's house. Gotta find a home for her. Her house is so pretty. Oh, that's funny, Marcella. Oh, here they are. I think I just wasn't seeing them. They were blending in with all the other yellow flowers. Oh, you can see like the webcam, like my cat cam on my bed behind me. I watched Peppa Pig when learning English, among other kids' cartoons. Ah, that's interesting. I never would have thought of that. I remember back when I took foreign language classes, they used to say that one of the best ways to continue to learn and digest it would be to like watch media like from those countries. Like I took French, so like watching French films and stuff, but honestly, like it can be too fast, like it can be too much for you to take in. Oh, and hi Jules. Wow, thank you so much for the 2-month resub, Jules. Really appreciate it.
Love supporting my girl. A 4 is 1 cozy, a 4 is 1 joy, a 4 is 1 heart.
Oh, thank you, Jules. That really means a lot. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for continuing your sub and welcome back for your 2-month anniversary. That's one of the months you can get a sticker if you'd like. It's totally up to you. It's just one of the fun little perks and options. But thank you so much. I hope you're doing really well. Thank you so much for 2 months of support. Hope you're doing well. Find some time for at least the Weta commentary. Yeah, definitely. Maybe this weekend or something. And thanks for letting me know about it, and thanks for hanging out and enjoying the Bywater construction with me. I really appreciate it. Bye, Moria. Kind of trying to figure out like what I should do. So if the yellow flower area is a thing, something to consider is maybe not every single flower should be yellow, just for being easy in the eyes, maybe mixing it up with some white ones too. I'll grab a few white flowers as well. And what other sorts of furniture could I use? Maybe like signposts, like someone was saying, like have like a signpost to the town hall. I think I should try to get some greenery, like hedges and bushes in there. Oh, that makes me happy to hear. Yeah, I'd be happy to mail you one. It's on my to-do list to go to the post office ASAP. I would have hopefully have done it before now, but I had some migraines the past few days, but this way I can get yours in. Oh wait, did I do the command wrong? Ah, it's like a sticker without the S at the end. There we go. They don't make many American Sign Language movies? Yeah, I don't know much about that. Also reality shows because they talk more naturally than in movies and reading. Oh, yeah, true. But that would be like more advanced. That would be more like once you've gotten to the point to understanding the fast speech. I did ASL in high school and we watched them. There are definitely theaters as well, so if you're into plays, you can probably find some videos of performances on YouTube. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't really know much about that in particular. Alright, so we could try hedges with like the fencing in front. So that's one of my favorite moves that I use over and over in Bywater a lot. This is like the harp of Bywater, is doing this sort of thing. Goes hedge, country, fence, flower. Hedge, country, fence, flower. But maybe I could do regular bushes instead of hedges. That might actually look nicer. I wonder, we saw lots of like stone fencing in that video. What does it look like when you layer different types of fences behind each other? Does it look weird or does it look cool? I'm at least intrigued enough to try it. Can see how it looks. Want to visit my island? We do have a channel points redemption for visiting islands. So it's down on like the acorn points. And I also have a Google form for visiting like developed islands. Let me see if I can pull up the form for that. Alright, let me see. What did I... Oh yeah, the stone fencing. You have to run to a virtual appointment? Oh, cool. See you tomorrow. And thank you so much for being here, Lenore. Thanks for your help and suggesting that I try the yellow flower build. Hope your appointment goes well. Never get tired of seeing these pipes. Alright, let's let's go and drop off the fossils at Blathers. Sometimes if I'm too lazy to actually like assess them, I'll just sort of drop them in front of his museum, do like a little bit of littering. Sorry for the mess everywhere. I like to use my beaches for storage. If I have my flowers too much on the mainland, they'll like really spread like every rainy day. So I try to have my beaches be mostly storage. Oh, thank you, Lenore. We'll see. I'm still in like the heavy experimentation part of the town hall, but it would really mean a lot to me after Athalia, feeling like Athalia didn't really have a cool town hall. It would really mean a lot to me if I managed to do something that I liked here. So we'll see. Do you all like the mixture of stone and... I actually don't hate it as much as I thought. I actually think it's kind of an interesting combo. I don't know if I should actually use it, but I think it's a little interesting. Kind of matches the inclines a bit. And maybe if I use that around the town hall in particular, it could give like a unique flavor to the town hall itself compared to anything else. It's just a thought, I'm not sure. Love the cute little short stone walls. Oh, thank you, Leah, and thanks Elephant Man and Marcella. The way that I'm just like running into this cliff right here. I don't know my own town. Alright, so I'm gonna go and steal a few bushes and maybe we should try to just speed build it for sheer vibe. Sometimes I like to do that just to get a feel for an area and feel what I like and what I don't like. Like just sort of like go to town placing things and see what works and what doesn't. Oh, sorry, gnome. You had promised, but I think we fell in love with the real-sized witch hat. And still carrying around that retro dress from Kiki. Let's get rid of the pear tree. I don't really like pear trees. Oh, you have an appointment too? Oh, thank you, Marcella. Thanks for being here, I mean. I really appreciate it. Hope your appointment goes well too. Yeah, no worries at all. Alright, so this area looks so pretty at this time of day. I really love it. Love the warm tones and the sunset basking everything. It's also one of my favorite times of day for this build too. Because I do feel like this build, it isn't without its flaws. It does look like a little awkward at times, so what the sunset does is it just sort of hazes everything over and blends it all together. Makes it look like a little bit less sharp. So yeah, I really like this area at this time of day too. Thanks for sharing your creativity. I love to experience your town building for 10 months. Wow, that's really sweet of you to say, Marcella. Especially on a day like today where I don't feel like I'm doing anything that cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sticking around that long. Alright, so something else that's a little interesting. There has to be a way to come over here too. Darn, I really don't feel like laying a path that long, especially on stream. I know it's not the funnest thing to watch, but just like imagine there's a path going right here too. Maybe we can just like imagine it's there. Like plant weeds like along where the path will go. Alright, let's try it. Operation Speed Build. So this can be where the path goes. Weeds can border the path, perhaps. Maybe that'll be like our little symbol of where the path is going. And we can imagine they're the big fluffy, like yellow weeds. Even though they're not. Why do I keep booting up that menu? Alright, here we go. Oh, still doing it. Oh, thank you, Cypher and Elephant Man, and hi, Cruel. Good evening to you. How have you been today? It's great to see you. My computer derped out on me. What did I miss? Oh, we've just been trying to build up the town hall area here. We have like a winding pathway, a fake Gandalf, and yeah, it's kind of cute because you can sort of see elements of this stuff up here. Like you can see the town hall from up here, you can see Gandalf from up here. Yeah, it's pretty nice, but it's definitely not finished or anything. We're trying to get a feel for it, get a feel for what works and what doesn't. Alright, a few more weeds lining this path. Path in quotation marks. I'm trying to sort of mark, like, very roughly where it would go. And then it leads you down here. I do want to plant a few weeds, I think, like along this lake. That's one of the things I want to be like essentially like a trope around the lake, is just have like lots of weeds around it. Like I love the idea of looking across water and seeing weeds on the other side for some reason. It just sparks the imagination. So, a few over here too. Oh, thank you, Pagoda. I appreciate it. How's everyone's week been? I feel like this week dragged. I'm doing okay, but not feeling all that great today, but then I'll be getting the rest of my tax money by Tuesday. So that news made my day better. Ah, cool. Yeah, at least you got that to look forward to. As far as the week dragging, it's actually gone by fairly fast for me. But I have had to deal with migraines a lot the past few days, so that's, like, I've honestly in a weird way been kind of like bedridden. Like, I've just been like laying in bed, like, not feeling good with migraines and stuff. But other than that, it's actually gone by decently fast, maybe because I kind of slept it or, you know, wasn't really super active during some of it. Huh. I think that amount of fencing is definitely overdoing it. The fencing is tricky because it's like you want it to kind of be an accent, but you don't want it to be everywhere, because if it's everywhere, it doesn't look good. Maybe we can try more of that like stone fencing experiment. I thought it was an interesting experiment at least. Gotta get the yellow flowers in here. Yeah, maybe like another yellow flower like right around here. Alright, and then there should probably be another like little fencing section like in this hole. Ah! Do you ever just forget you're carrying around a fencing? You just like forget, then you like put it away. I do that all the time. Oh, and hi, Mandy. been feeling crappy with sinuses because of bad windy and dusty weather. Ah, interesting. You're like affected by the weather when it comes to like headaches and whatnot. I've never really been sure what my triggers are. I think some of my triggers are just like tiredness and things like that. Well, I definitely think even if the stone fencing isn't working, which I'm still just gonna keep playing around with it because I liked the idea of trying something new and different. But I do like the way the fencing hugs the path, and I think that could add visual interest from up here to see like the path winding down to those homes. It would make everything seem very path heavy though. That is one flaw. Like you just see the path just branching every which way. Little bit like path overwhelming perhaps. I gotta remember to occasionally like throw some other flowers in there too, not just the yellow ones. And let's get some trees as well. Oh, hi Celestial Moon Gal. How are you? Welcome in. Today I found one of my dreamies for Gridania with 28 Nook Miles tickets, and I found my lazy boy Bo. Ah, congratulations! Bo is a cutie. That's really not a large amount of tickets either. You found him pretty quick. Just had an idea. I think if I do customize this to dark brown, which won't some more yellow flowers be visible? I think I seem to remember that. I remember this had, when you customize it to dark brown, it has like yellow flowers. If only you could angle the furniture. I know, we were talking about that earlier, like wanting to like angle Gandalf and stuff like that. It's so rough that you can't. Alright, so this one has mostly orange and red, but yeah, this one has like more pops of yellow, I think. So I think that's a good call. If only I could have a garden wagon that like only had yellow flowers in it. And that way it would totally vibe with the area. Alright, so let's go and get some fruit and steal some trees. Alright, be mature, please. If you don't like it here, you're free to just, peace out. Bye. Let's go and steal some trees and bring them over and plant them around. I guess I don't have any trees to steal. I'm just gonna end stream and peace out. I'm human and I feel uncomfortable. I just want to end. Thanks so much for all the love earlier. And just remember we're people, and why would you go into someone's stream, someone's place, someone's home and just start like being rude? Go somewhere else. Click somewhere else. Stop. Don't be a fucking dick. Whatever. Bye, everybody. See you later.